Dun 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 da 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 da. Wow, what's happening, yo? Another day, another you, another me. And on this day, all of the days that were ever dayed about will be daying. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Apparently I can change this. Wait, hang on, let me change it. What happens if I do this? If I do this? If I do... I've just figured out I can change this. I've got no idea what it changes to, but... preview? Oh, I see. Okay. Does it change? I'm confused. Anyways, let's go on Focus the Beast. Yarden, you've sent me a friend request. I rarely look at this. I got it. Look, I got 8 friend requests. Here you go. I hit tick. Everyone can be my friend. I do not mind. Alrighty. So today is Shoutcast Sunday. So we're going to be doing some Castaroonies. Yay! Okay, so I got myself a couple of games here that I just downloaded, and we'll see. We'll see what happens here. You're not able to play skirmish? Man, I hate to be that guy, but this is not the place to... I am not the person to ask about this problem. I got no idea. My skirmish works. My multiplayer... Everything in this game works for me. I wish I could help everyone, but I can't. If you do have some sort of problems... I recommend checking out on the Age of Empires Discord. Send a screenshot there and be like, why is this not working? Etc. No brainer. What's happening? Greek God, what's going on? Salm, if you want to send me a game, you can send me a game. Send it through Discord and we might check it out. Yeah. Okay. So, let's, without further ado... As I said, look at the settings. Make sure that it's all set up correctly. Maybe you can complain that there's no set to default setting. Set everything to default. There should be that setting here, but it doesn't exist. But this is the default settings. This is literally like this is the default settings, I believe. If you set it to this, and everything, take a screenshot of the screen, and then it should work. Make sure that your screen looks like mine, and it should work. And again, I'm not the right place to ask about this sort of stuff. I can't help. I don't know how. I'm not that type of guy. I wish I could help. All right, let's watch this game. What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology Retold action in the left-hand corner of the map, playing as the blue Loki. His name is Gabu. He's one of my favorite players to watch at the moment. Very, very exciting player. I'm very interested to see how this game is going to go on the other side of the map. It is everyone's favorite Aranos player to hate, Miku Nakano. Also known as Jack. Jack 90. Jack 90, the Aranos man. So let's see how he's going to go. So this is an interesting matchup because I think there is a little bit of a narrative to some degree being pushed that, you know, Atlanteans not the strongest at the moment, especially against Norse. I know that whenever I play against a certain other top player, let's not drop names, I play random and I often roll, for whatever reason, I roll Norse against him. And he'll always complain when he goes Atlantean, I get Norse. And I must say, I've had a lot of success playing Norse against Aranos. If there is one Aranos player out there who gives everyone a run for their money, it is Jack 90. So checking this game out, seeing what's going to happen, it's going to be interesting. We do already see that Jack is popping over onto this gold mine with 2 citizens already. He's taking villagers off of wood. Dropped himself a little bit here and then says 172 is enough. Let's get our wood, our gold in and drop a temple. He's going to be advancing very, very quick. It looks like to me at the very least. Anyways, relics over here. We've got the Kopesh of Horus. Going to be boosting up that hero damage versus myth units. Over here, we've got the blue crystal shard. Increasing gather rates. And on the bottom side, we've got Demeter's throne. And finally, down to the bottom side of the map, there is Pelt of Argus, which is unit line of sight +6. As at the moment, no wood for another citizen, but an advance time will be coming in. It looks like it's just that tiny bit inefficient, but nonetheless, he will be able to advance here. And he is going to be going through Oceanus. Following on with this one here, Gabu going to be dropping the temple in his main base. There is no need to go super crazy versus Aranos early on. So a slow advance is totally fine here. One idea could be to get a quick advance in and be hunting oracles the entire time. And you could see how that's all going to go as Gabu going to be finishing up the temple. And we'll see what's going to happen here. There's a couple of pigs getting found. And we do see that Miku Nakano, Jack, so I don't know what to call him. Jack does pick up the blue crystal shard here. This one's so good for Aranos because this is the amount of eco that I think makes Atlantean really, really good. Like decent. Like super playable. Why? Because you're going to get 5% boosted economy here. 5% boosted gold, 5% boosted wood. And that's going to allow you to have just that tiny little bit more economy that can allow you to feel like you can compete in a game. This is what always seems to happen to me at the very least when I'm playing Atlantean nowadays, is that I just feel like I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball on most situations unless I get some decent damage done early on. But nonetheless, the Momilo is going to be coming through. Francisco, I'm streaming on both platforms. So yeah. That's what we're doing at the moment. We're in a bit of a trial run to see if this is worth doing or not. I really don't know. I might go back to just Twitch and see what happens, or move just over onto YouTube. I don't know. Anyways, Oracle popping back into the main base as Miku Nakano searching around here, going to be looking to try and find where that Herso went. And Gabu is literally searching for oracles, and he will find one over here. He's popping over here to grab a relic. He finds a Murmillo over here, as this oracle will be going down onto the left-hand corner. And Gabu says, all right, let's drop Spy and try and get out of here. This is going to probably be a dead Hersa. He's pretty slow at the moment with no Hall of Thanes in. He's got the favor for it, and the wood now comes through. Once he gets that in, the Hersa will actually be able to get out of here. But it takes a long time. But in saying that, he did manage to pick off the Oracle. There is Pelt of Argus here. Is he going to be able to get out of here is the big question. Very, very close. More Hersa coming up here in an attempt to save this loner Hersa. 5 HP remaining, and it does end up falling there. As the Mamillos will need to pull back into the main base here. Miku, Jack has grabbed an extra Oracle after losing that first one, so he's still going to have a decent amount of favor income. He's also going to be pumping out those Caladrias and making things happen here. So that troll almost goes down, but with the help of a healing spring, he can heal himself back up. We're also seeing some cheeky little wall segments coming down here from Gabu. Yeah, we haven't seen this in quite a while. We have not seen this type of a defense in quite a while, as the Herso going to come over here, quickly clean up the Carnivora here. Over onto this side, have to be careful not to lose any units, just pulling back underneath the healing spring. It should be completely fine. As another option here is to use the troll to get a little bit of damage done onto the Caladria there. So at the very least, they will have to run away instead of healing the entire time. And he does decide to do that. And there goes the Caladria to start moving. But you have to do it during the fight. But nonetheless, healing springs in. No real damage lost here. In fact, this is all bonus for Gabu because he's got Loki and that's favoring his back pocket. As long as he doesn't lose any units, it's totally fine. Can you manually aim where the boulder will fall? Yes, you can manually aim where the boulder will fall. I don't recommend it. Much better to just right-click onto a unit. But yeah, you can manually aim it. I think you just click Q and there you go. So you just click Q on it and make it happen. Alrighty. Murmillos all pulling back. As the Hyperion is pre-queued. Murmillo versus Hersa is a bit of an interesting option here from Gabu. Generally speaking, you want to get out at least a couple of thrown axemen. Just on the fact that Hersa do in fact lose in a straight up fight versus like the generalist infantry units. So Hoplites, Murmillo, Dow Swordsman, Spearmen, and I guess Berserks. But he's still going Hersa. He's going to be searching around for some villages to kill. There is going to be all of these citizens in the center of the map. They're very, very safe. There is a cheeky little watchtower looking like it's going to be meeting its demise here as Gabu does not get that safety onto that one. This Hersa kind of getting out of position here, but does manage to pull that one back. Almost sniping a cheeky little Murmillo here as another troll to come through, but tower down as the Hersa get in, and he does spot those villagers there, but with a shockwave trying to get out, he does manage to get into the tower there. As Gabu searching for the Oracle, can he get in front of it? As he does not manage to do so into the manor, as both players are getting very close to losing villages, oracles, and the like, as this citizen gets a couple of shanks off before pulling back. The top here with the Economic Guild almost going down. Up onto this side, the Murmillos pulling back as well. And it looks to me like Gabu is barely just going to get out of here with his life there. Yeah, it did manage to cause a lot of idle time onto those citizens. And Gabu, simply put, just going to pull up, get out of this position, get back home. Yes, these are 5.3 Murmillo heroes, but 5.3 speed Hersa should be more than enough here to just get away. Or at least attempt to get away. I don't think the Caladria can even pacify these. No, they cannot pacify because you can't pacify heroes. You can only pacify myth units and military units or like human units. There's another pack of Hersa going to be moving out, and Gabu is on his way right now. He is doing his Gabuian strategy, which is to spam Hersa and never stop spamming Hersa because he likes them. And he's like, let me get some raids in. Because he does have an opportunity to potentially come and raid this citizen. If Jack misses this, he might lose it, but good awareness there. Drops into the manor as the Hersa are going to start getting a little bit of damage done. That's the hero Murmillos going to be coming through as a bit of a response here. And Gabu now says, all right, time to retreat. He's almost lost this Hersa, but, 60 HP remaining, 56 HP remaining. Should be able to get out of there, no problems. But still, the problem for Gabu is he is almost out of gold, and he has no serious answer to Murmillos just yet. He's finally starting to build some thrown axemen, but we'll see if that's going to be enough or not. There's another pack of Hersa to start coming out. Caladria does spot that there, as the Murmillos, instead of trying to cut the Hersa off, need to get pulled back over here to defend. Miku Nakano does manage to pull into the Sky Passage for the time being here. And the game continues along. As there's a lot of food and gold in the bank for Gabu. He can advance here. Does he have his armory? Does not have his armory just yet. I'm not sure why or what he's waiting around for. He clearly wants to go there. The question is, do you go for a... Citizen down? Tango down. Do you go for a flaming weapons, a Bragi? This Hersa will fall over here. Do you go for a Bragi, or do you go for the safer Njord? The reason why I call it safer Njord is because Hyperion is always going to be a threat. And if you go for flaming weapons and then you get hit with chaos, you're going to be hurting yourself even more. So it's just like an amplification of your opponent's god power. Whereas if you go Njord and get chaos, then you still have got those walking woods to start being a threat and all the other good stuff. But nonetheless, Goldmine has finished for Gabu. He's going to be sitting in his main base for a little bit, chopping down wood and trying to get himself all set up on the top here. He does have a military advantage for the time being, as more Murmillos are getting converted here. The Caladriers need to get in and heal everything up, make sure that they're all nice and healthy. Over onto this side, they're also getting caught out as those Murmillo heroes getting some good damage done. But again, if he's not careful, he get out of here. No, fight. The Murmillos are too strong. Murmillo heroes do manage to stop the raiding Hersa of Gabu. Get one pick and then the Hersa are out of there. Every little bit matters, but over onto this side, the Sky Passage almost going down. Gabu sticking out onto this spot saying, let me just kill it and then run. But little does he know, Jack is just going to simply go, let me just build that Sky Passage back up. No problems. And we'll just continue along. It's my favorite Civ on this patch. I don't really have a favorite Civ. Whatever Civ is fun. It's always more about matchups, I guess. Whatever matchup is fun to play from both sides. That's what I enjoy. For example, Aranos versus Loki. This is seeming very, very fun right now. All right. Hillfort up. A couple of longhouses coming down as well as the trolls pulling back. And Gabu will secure his large gold mine now. And is he pumping units? That's the question. Looks like the answer is no. We see Heroic Renewal out really, really quickly, which is meaning that these Murmillo will go, all these Murmillo heroes are going to go all the way back up to full HP. As the mana over here for Miku Nakano going to be going down as well. Ursa streaming in over onto this position before pulling back. And there's that heavy Murmillos through as well. As Gabu says, all right, time to get some upgrades. He can sit underneath this hill fort for a little bit. It's a big amount of defense for him at the moment. As a lull before the storm here, as the Palace for Miku Nakano are going to be coming through. Another like answer for Aranos, I guess, against flaming weapons is also to make sure you got that forward Sky Passage in, so that if your opponent clicks flaming weapons, you can chaos and then run through it, and you can be completely fine. Is Miku Nakano a Smurf? I guess so. This is Jack's secondary account. He plays on both of these accounts quite frequently, and they're both very high rated. So I don't know if you call them Smurfs or not. I guess you would, but... So coming through. Murmillo popping out of the Sky Passage. Gabu, like, trying to make these little mini raids work, but this is where Aranos is, like, at his strongest, basically. As the remaining Murmillo coming through. We've got a huge amount of throwing axemen in now, but this is, again, another one of Miku Nakano's, Aranos' game plan. So you get the throwing axemen out, and then you can use chaos on top of them. I could also imagine dropping a chaos on top of the trolls as well, while they're sitting on top of the throwing axemen. Could end up with the entirety of the throwing axemen dying to big boulder throws there. As Gabu says, okay, time for a town center. I'm at 164 pop. Jack is at 147 pop. As he says, all right, let's charge forward here. Get a huge amount of damage done. Chaos is available, as that's going to get dropped down with the flaming weapons here. A gigantic blunder, you'd have to say, from Gabu, as the shockwave onto those Ursa gets dropped. The heroes can dive through onto the trolls in the back here, and Gabu loses what looks to be an entire army. Jack should be considering just retreating at the moment, and now he does decide to do so. As the town center, will it finish? Will it go down? It does end up falling there, and Jack pulls out. Flaming weapons is now down, Population is definitely favoring Gabu at the moment. That was a perfect way to get through that flaming weapons. He probably overstayed just a little bit after picking off that first force. He had a huge advantage, but then the reinforcement Thor and Axeman came through and got a gigantic amount of damage back into it. But a well-played fight there nonetheless. And now Jack, Miku Nakano, is going to be searching for things to do with Mermilus. He's got the Sky Passage on the left side. He's got the Sky Passage in the middle. He's got the Sky Passage on the top. This is... And he's also got one in his main base, mind you. This is Aranos 101. This is literally... If you guys want to play Aranos at a high level, this is Aranos 101. You want to get the map control. You want to place these Sky Passages in this way. You want to put a oracle onto every one of these positions such that you see the entirety of the map, you see where your opponent's moving, and then you can start thinking about everything else. Because this is going to give you that stranglehold. Your opponent can't move. You're just going to meet them wherever they go, so which means you're going to have the advantage to some degree. There's now bronze weapons to come through for Gabu. Hand axe also. Portable ram. Throw an axeman. Trying to get himself back up a full population comp. He does manage to get himself a very, very hefty amount of units out. He's in a good spot. Look at this from Jack. He's got 7 oracles. 7 oracles, and he has Sons of the Sun. So all of these oracles are hero oracles at the moment. So huge amounts of favor income. He's already got the favor for another chaos. I wouldn't mind seeing some satyrs actually coming through here to deal with what's coming for him. But Gabu says it's time to rumble, as he is going to charge in to try and take out this palace. There's almost no need to actually attack this with the Throw and Axeman or the Herso. Just go after it with the rams. But nonetheless, it looks like the palace might be falling here, as the army teleports through the palace. There's still no chaos. Now it's up. I'm sure he's going to be dropping that one down, as there he goes, as the Throw and Axeman to hit themselves over here. And now Gabu gets the kill on the palace, but he loses a huge amount of units here. Carnivora also coming down. Shockwave, Chaos, Carnivora, all in the same breath here. You have to ask the question, imagine if this was 4, 5 satyrs rather than that spend of Chaos, spend of Carnivora and everything else. It probably would have been a different story here. Gabu just fights his way through it. Gabu just fights his way through it, and he's okay here. Sure, he lost a whole bunch of units, but that was 1,000 resources worth of spend there inside of that favor. On the other side here, we do see Helios as the major, or as the minor god of choice to the Mythic Age. He's pre-queued it a ways away, but he is going to be going for that angle here. We'll see if it's going to work out for him. Eyes Machine, your Athenian League game. I haven't looked at the schedule for today. Can someone send me the schedule? I can't remember where it is. Joey posted it somewhere actually. All right, bit of a lull before the storm. It looks like, oh, it's right now. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, if you guys want to wait for the end of this game, I will cast it.
Go pause.
As Gabu sneaking forward now with some more Deuterinos. And the Citizen's going to be pulling back into the Sky Passage for the time being. Gabu charging forward. Wants to take this fight here. He does have some pretty strong trolls on the back, but those Arcus are going to be really, really good as well. Meanwhile, the raiding cavalry coming through here. And it looks like Jack can't even hold this spot. He's got to pull back, but he does have the option to do so. He does have the option to do so. His army is looking a little bit worse for wear here. into the main base. As Gaboo, after all is said and done, still looking like he's in a good spot. There is a slight villager advantage for Jack, for Miku Nakano, but it's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. As the hill fork going to be coming through for Gaboo. As the sky passages coming up to this side as Jack finishes this one through. He pops in, gets some shots in. The Arcus can get so many kills in, and then he can bail out of this sky passage. It's actually a really, really smart way to play because you get a huge amount of damage done. Your opponent's trying to close the gap, and generally you close the gap and then you win the fight or something. But in this case, there's this retreat angle through the sky passage. You can just poke, get huge damage, run, poke, get huge damage, run. It looks at the moment as well, however, that Jack has actually got himself a pretty nasty combo as he's up to 150 favor. The combo is Vortex, Chaos, Carnivora, Shockwave. Just to get gigantic damage done. But it looks like Jack here, kind of getting out of position a little bit, takes a bit of damage there unnecessarily, retreats through the sky passage, back into his main base, pumping more units for the time being. As Gaboo, we just see a third town sort of coming up to the top here. As Gaboo slowly starting to work his way across this map to try and take this Aranos out. Look at the queue though for Gaboo. This is the problem. He's got a huge amount of resources queued up. He could be going Mythic Age right now. No problems to be doing that at the moment. But he says, let me try and target this town center down. There is a sky passage here. There is all of the army in the world in for Jack at the moment. He could pop up to the top here and sneak through and hit this gold mine if he knows that that's there. Let's take a quick look at the actual military building situation. Only 5 military buildings for Jack. This is something that I've noticed that I do myself a little bit too much with Atlantean. Realistically, you actually want somewhere in the vicinity of like 15 to 20 military buildings with a 100 population or 100 villager count Atlantean, because you just want to spam units out as fast as you possibly can. Take a look at these buildings. So let's take a look at one. There's 4 units queued up. 3 units queued up. 3 units queued up. That's a huge amount of units queued up. A huge amount of unspent resources there. As hell is coming through now for Gaboo. But, I mean, there's 16 Hero Arcus in. Look at the damage they've actually all managed to get. 3,530. Jack has controlled these really, really nicely. Popping through the sky passage for the time being is the Contarius popping back in. Going to be a bit of a meat shield for the time being as Jack comes to the front there with those Arcus, making sure he gets as much damage as he possibly can. Chaos onto that back line there, getting some huge damage as the Ironry does spawn in. Another Shockwave, 45 favor Shockwave there. Absolutely huge. And Gaboo says, all right, time to pull back out as the random raiding cavalry up to the top going to be able to finish off this sky passage here. But still, Jack has got map control. Jack has got 4 town centers coming in. The only problem is he doesn't have that Mythic Age at the moment. He probably could stop producing units for a little bit and go to the Mythic Age, but he's not able to advance just yet. So there is a tech advantage here for Gaboo to try and break through this. The problem for Gaboo is he has just picked a very myth unit oriented god path. He could have gone for Bravery Huskar, which make a lot of sense right now against what Jack has made. Could have gone for Bravery Huskar in tier. Dropped Fimbulwinter, made this attack happen, go for a huge amount of those Huskar and deal with the Arcus. But instead, he goes for this hell angle. And I don't even think that Gaboo can even click Nidhogg at the moment. His random oracles getting sniped on the left side. Now we will see Gaboo grabbing himself another town center. He has to play a little bit more fundamentally sound here. This is the problem for Gaboo as well. He needs to actually just start locking the map off. Walls coming up everywhere would be really, really useful for him. As the army pops through, and we will now see Helios on the way. And look at the resources piling in for Jack right now. Just absolutely huge. Jarl's popping in over onto this side. We'll snipe one of those there. Now the Nidhogg decides it's time to come in. He sees a couple of villagers here and says, hey, I can get some value with my Nidhogg here. And pick off 1, 2, 3. All the Arcus in the world getting converted into Arcus heroes here. And Gabu immediately says, hang on, let me get away from those. However, what Jack's going to be able to do is utilize the Sky Passage to chase this Nidhogg around. He can go pull back over here into the Sky Passage, drop out here, and then all of a sudden the Nidhogg's just going to die. Alternatively, he can Vortex underneath the Nidhogg, and that's another way to go for it. And that's exactly what he's going to be doing here as he pops in, gets some damage done. How much is he going to be able to actually get done here? He gets about over 1,000. Oh God, I need the garrison micro there from Jack gets the Nidhogg down to 246 HP. Now, mind you, there's a lot of resources invested into these Arcus, as we do see the immediate Halo of the Sun technology coming through for Jack. And that gives these Arcus an extra 10% damage and an extra range. As we see another Chaos getting dropped down. And Kaboom might just need to pull away from this, regroup, and figure out what's going on. Meanwhile, Raid's up to the top here, taking out these villagers and all the other good stuff. As the portable ram over onto this side, getting sniped. Rock Giant coming through for Kaboo. But that gets immediately sniped down from these heroes. And while it is actually still 3 town centers to 3 town centers, it's looking very, very difficult for Kaboo to actually take a fight in this game. Very, very difficult for him to actually take a fight in this game. Meanwhile, onto the top here, Jack says, I see your wood line. Let me just drop a palace here, and we'll start getting some serious damage done. As the villagers will pull back, but still, there's going to be access to fire siphons, and these fire siphons hurt. They've got Halo of the Sun. I don't think he's yet to get the upgrade for him. No siege engineers, but having that Halo of the Sun tech is already a big, big help for them. And then Jack can literally just come through this Sky Passage and look to push up here as well. Meanwhile, over onto this bottom side, Jack is already there to defend. He can see the movements perfectly, though he does charge straight in to that front line as those Throwing Axemen demolish the Murmillos in the front there. And Kaboo gonna have to pull back. Meanwhile, up to the top, however, a couple of Destroyers, a couple of Contarius, looking like they will be able to finish off Kaboo's town center here. As what is Kaboo's plan? He doesn't have any gold left. All the gold mines are currently getting mined by Jack. There's literally 3 gold mines left on the map here. And it's looking now like Kaboo says, I got no gold left. Let me go for the jugular. Let me take this main base out and see what can happen. He's lost his town center. He's trying to take this position out. Where is the army? It's coming around onto the back here for the time being. Pure Arcus hero. 4.3 speed. Huge damage coming from them as well. 11.1. Look at the damage they've actually managed to do here. Nearly 17,000. Conversely, the entirety of the army of Kaboo at 5,000 here. At 5,000. 25,000 versus 4,600. This army of Jack is just absolutely dominating. What else can Gabu do here? I mean, he's got 0 gold. I think the game is just done for him. Couple of Arcus heroes over here to snipe some villagers. He's got no gold left. He's got no hope left. He's got no answer for these Arcus. I mean, one answer for them would be, well, with the portable rams in the middle here to tank up, garrison micro through the hill fort to get on top of the Arcus. Another option would be to make Ballaster, I guess. Ballaster makes some sense. And look at these fire siphon here. Look at this damage they do. Absolutely going to carve through the hill fort on the front here. We will see a little cheeky vortex up onto this side as Jack trying to get himself back this town center. Actually, not back this town center. Take this town center from Gabu. But Gabu does manage to snipe all of the citizens there, so delaying it for just a little bit as the Sky Path is going to get dropped in. So Jack can just bring in 10 citizens if he wants to, or more. There's also the Sky Patches at the top here for Jack at the moment, as he's going to just wander citizens in, grab the town center, call it a day. And Gabu has started a trade route, but it is a sorry trade route. 36 gold a trip. With Champion Huskar, or a Champion Huskar, going to attempt to deny this town center for the time being, but 162 of 185, 237 population. There's a couple of portable rams going to be going down. Up onto this side. The Arcus here are slowly getting chopped down by these Huskar, but with the addition of those Contarius and the rest of those numbers, everything here falls. Popping back over onto this side as well, as the Caladria going to be getting her dancing shoes on there, but does end up falling to the hill fort. And Gabu's valiantly fighting in this game, but it's about to be 5 town centers to 1. It's about to be 0 gold mines to about 3. And this game looks out of reach right now for Gabu. As the full hero army coming through as well. Look at that 10.9k military resource value. Are you kidding me? That is a lot of military resource value as the Thrown Axeman going to be falling over here. And in that position, Gabu does end up deciding to tap out. That is the game. And what a game it was, as a really well executed display of Aranos shenanigans here. I mean, we already saw, I mean, this is the final tally of this damage from this army, but I know units have died from here, but there was so much damage on those Arcus. Absolutely insane. Anyways, I say one last little check here at the stats here on the timeline. Take a look at the kill loss. 329 to 184. Insane. If you guys enjoyed the game, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you do all the good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next game. All right. Let's see if we can jump in onto the Athenian League game here of Isomato versus Darth Nox. I'm gonna grab some water quickly, and then we'll see if we can do this one. I forgot my water. I'll be right back. Jabot, thank you for the raiding party, my friend. I hope your stream went really, really well. The Jerk Goat. Athenian League. Is Darth Nox and Izumato in game 1? I don't think so. They would have already played a game, right? Are they in game 1? Can someone confirm? What is Athenian League? Athenian League is a league. I think this is game 1. I think this is game 1. I think it is. All right. I'll explain what Athenian League is at the start of the cast. Hold on, let me get started. Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another Athenian League cast. Another you, another me. As we spawn in here in the right-hand corner of the map, we have Darth Nox playing as Gaia. In the left-hand corner, we have Izumato playing as Loki. Now, I believe this is game number 1 of this best-of-3 series for the league stage of the Athenian League. All games must be played in this stage. Now, already, every single time I feel like I have to explain this, so we're going to explain it. Athenian League is a league for the players outside the top 16. So top 16 players play in the S tier tournaments mostly. Those are the players who got the best chance, or not the best chance. Those are the players who are generally competing in those tournaments. And below that, there's not really a whole lot of tournaments there for the next tier of players. You know, you think about, say, basketball, for example, and you've got top tier players playing in NBA, next tier players playing in like the Euro League or some Chinese league or some X league somewhere around the world, right? And then the next tier of players playing in some like state division, you know, and then the next tier players like playing in their like social or their like men's league comp, you know. There's like tiers of like competitions that everyone plays in. So this is kind of like that. Athenian League, you have an 1800 level tier, you have a 1700 level tier, you have a 1600 level tier, you have a 1500 level tier. So there's a lot of different sort of levels to this and all the other good stuff. Now, does that make sense? Did I explain it well? Am I comparing EuroLeague to a look? I don't know. Like this, just all I know is basketball. Okay, don't at me. Relics on the map. We got the Zhurang relic here, going to make those walls regenerate 10 HP a second. Over here, we've got Rhea's crown, which is going to be making town centers a little bit cheaper. Up onto the top map here, we've got Feather of Befang here. Human soldier getting some bonus damage versus buildings. And then finally, we got the Archimedes' Ledger here with the siege population going down by 1. As a temple coming up for Izumato over here, and the game is going to be getting off. Now, we haven't talked much about this matchup, but this matchup here, Loki versus Gaia, is historically terrible for Gaia, right? Absolutely terrible for Gaia. Right? Wrong? In Retold, currently, is it terrible for Gaia? I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm really not sure. Oh, I can't explain it again, but what I will say is this is the 3rd season of this tournament. So there's 3. This is the 3rd one. So there's already been 2. So if you have been living under a rock and you don't know what the Athenian League is, well, now you do. Okay? Get behind it. Some goats going to be wandering back home. Izumato's Hersa wandering in to grab the Rhea's crown or something else. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime there. Smoke and smoke. Appreciate you, my friend. And the game will be off to the races here as Izumato going to be dropping is Longhouse and Great Hall. Absolutely standard. Over onto the right-hand corner here, Darthnox. Well, he does have the option, given the fact that he's got these giraffe here, of trying something absolutely crazy, which I don't think he's doing. But, oh, how unlucky can one guy be? The Oracle Hero gets owned. What Darthnox could have tried here is grabbing this town center and knocking the giraffe underneath the town center with the Oracle here. Such that he's having safe hunt, or hunt that is underneath the town center fire. And then play a 2TC game versus the Loki, which would be very, very dangerous. But he could try it. It's always worth it to try things, you know? But nonetheless, Longhouse coming up. And then beyond that, I mean, the other thing is if he doesn't want to go for this, he has to start thinking about getting onto this position nice and early, setting up the mana and setting up everything that can come in here to hold onto this spot. Generally speaking, I would say that Gaia playing on the defensive early on is a lot more easy than as the game progresses. So if you can get out here onto this hunt nice and early versus Loki, you've got the Caladrias to help you out. When there's low numbers, Caladria are much, much better. When there are high numbers, Caladria are much, much worse or less effective. So yeah, getting out onto that hunt nice and early does make a lot of sense as a straggler raiding cavalry coming through here, taking a couple of slaps as Izamata has to pull all the way back. And we will see a cheeky little healing spring coming through here for Izamato as he says, the most important thing for me right now is not to win the game anytime soon. I'm not going for some crazy attack. I want to hold my hunt. I don't want to get pushed off of this hunt by any sort of random attack. So leaving this healing spring here, making sure all my units get fully healthy and defending and poking and all that other good stuff is going to be what he needs. As the Terma, Murmillo's coming in. And Izamato circling now, looking for a little something to snipe. But at this point, it's going to be very, very hard to get damage. On the one hand, you try and get some villager kills underneath this Lush. The Lush is going to heal the citizens. Then you've also got the Caladria, going to be healing the citizens. Then you've also got the Pacify, going to be slowing the raiding cavalry, and then you might lose one as you start crying. And I like this here from Darthnox. He's expanding this Lush, but also if he starts grabbing this gold mine nice and early and leaves the gold mine here with about 1,500 gold in it, you can, or even right now, leaves the gold mine here and starts grabbing this gold mine and also this one, like moving 2 citizens out here, house, grabs this, runs up here, grabs this, then all of a sudden, when a Flaming Weapons comes through, he can utilize the channels technology and retreat away from it very safely into his main base. And then he'll have just a little bit of gold left to pump stuff out and keep himself going. Now, there is some weird bug going on. I don't know what this one is. Oh, it might be Archimedes' ledger, right? Does he have that? Yeah, for whatever reason, Archimedes' ledger is a bit funky. As the army of Darthnox says, let me try a little something here. He's getting a little bit angsty with it. I don't know if I like this attack. Drops the Carnivora straight on top of a whole bunch of Herser here. I feel like I've seen Darthnox trying this before as the Caraballista about to get dove onto, one down, a second one going to be going down after this as well. Caladria is trying to heal this up. Meanwhile, on the top there, one Caladria goes down and Aina respawns. And then after all is said and done, Izamato swoops in and Darthnox attack a critical error. And he is in a lot of trouble now. Meanwhile, the raiding cavalry have sniped not 1, but 2 citizens behind this. And I think that game 1 is going to be going to Izumato very, very quickly here. As Darth Nox is just going to have to tap out. A very unfortunate start here to the series, but a critical error from Darth Nox trying to make this attack happen. There's no need. This matchup, let me explain. The aim here for Gaia in this matchup is to get to copper weapons, copper mail, and then look for a fight. By the time you get yourself medium ups with Bite of the Shark, copper weapons, copper mail, you're going to have enough units to actually start taking some really, really nice fights. Meanwhile, you can just defend on top of your Gaia Lush. And this is nothing that the Loki player, not nothing, you have to defend, you have to play well in the defense, but you can outplay and defend in those situations. Trying to push in onto a healing spring into this spot, also dropping the Carnivora straight onto a whole bunch of Hersa, it's just not going to work out for you. But a well-played game there from Izumato nonetheless. We'll move into game number 2. Domination. Japers. Oh dear, that was a yawn. Oh. He did have Bite of the Shark. It was just such a bad fight to take. I don't even think you realistically need to poke there with Gaia. Like I said, if your opponent is just going to sit there and turtle, right? Me as the Gaia player, I'm going to leave the resources in my base and I'm going to go take the outside gold mines. So if you want to come and push me off that in like the middle of the game, go for it. No problems. You know what I mean? I'll just leave. And I'll go back into my main base and be happy with the rest of my gold until your power spike's over. He did have the helmet upgrade, I think, yeah. But still, like, little bits of raids in other places is totally fun. Like, main base. If his entire army is sitting on his hunt and he's got nothing in his main base, just run around the other side. Lots of different little options you could go for, I guess. Whoa. Answer the Oda question above? What one? Oh, you guys and your questions, man. What was it? Odin versus Freya on Yellow River. Double Valk opening sounds good to me. Forward Temple, double Valk opening. Fast advance. Go kill him. Hello, Roos. Rouse? I'm not sure. Ugh. This thing's still bugged. Okay. Alrighty, we're into game number 2 right now, as in the left-hand corner of the map, Darth Nox able to continue with his Gaia shenanigans in the left-hand corner of the map. Izamato is not allowed to play any more Loki, and he decides to move away from the Norse. And he decides Shenong is going to be his god of choice right now. And we will see ourselves a spicy little Shenong match versus the Gaia of Darth Nox. We'll see if Darth Nox is going to be able to deal with this. Now, it's a good map here for Darth Nox to get a lot of really, really nice early game booming going because of those rhinos. So you can... my current thoughts on Atlantean versus defensive China, which is seemingly more and more seemingly being like the meta, so to speak, is that, well, Atlantean, Kronos, Gaia, Aranos, they can all do this in a slightly different way, but your 2 talents tend to play into fast tier 2 or with Gaia tier 3 economic upgrades allows you to hit a really, really strong timing on the kind of defensive Chinas. Now, there are other types of China. You can play aggressive China. You can play timing attack China. You can play fast mythic type China. There's a whole bunch of different stuff, but you know, the defensive China that I'm talking about, there is that angle. Now, another option here, which I have been playing around with, I had success with it once against the Shenong player, was to go for automaton, mass automaton. And I played Kronos with it. So Gaia, technically speaking, in every single way, except for the fact that you start with 1 less automaton, Gaia should be better than Kronos, right? At doing automatons. You got the faster movement speed on Gaia Lush. You've got the defensive nature of Gaia Lush, which can help for your automatons. And you can spread Gaia Lush around the entirety of the map, so you can move even faster in the middle of the game. And you can look for some really nice, aggressive, 1 talent center play sort of in the middle of the game. Now, what your opponent is going to want to do if you do this is they're going to want to go in for javelins. So you have to be careful with the Terma that you build, not to focus the Javelineers down, because you don't care about them. The Terma will kill them. Not the Terma, the automatons will kill them. You've got to snipe down those heroes, those pioneers. So it is a very specific strategy. It's very, very difficult to pull off, I think, but it can work. So there are some sort of angles here for Darth Nox to try, as he's going to be dropping his temple down and going to the next stage fairly shortly. Guess we'll see what Izamato is going to be able to do here. He's going for Chiyo. And we are actually going to be seeing the Leto here from Darth Nox. Now, the one thing here that Kronos has not really over Gaia, you can do this with Gaia as well, but the one thing that Kronos has is that Kronos doesn't want to go for the early economic guild. He can just go straight for his oracles. And Darth Nox isn't doing this. He hasn't gotten his oracles out yet. He should be probably up to about 4, 5, 6 oracles at the moment, because the earlier you get them, the more usable favor you have. Now, you're not going to be able to spend all that favor on automatons right away because you don't have the temples for them, but you can put the temple down a little bit later. Now, the yachts are coming through here. This is scary. This is not the defensive Shenong that I was talking about. Normally, that's going to be going through Hull 2. This is a somewhat aggressive Shenong. We are actually seeing some Guaofu getting built by Izamato, but as soon as he sees Leto, all of a sudden, Izamato can just say, okay, great. Time to make Yatsa. What are Yatsa really good at? Take a look. They've got 16 damage. Well, 13.3 DPS. They have 3x versus myth units. Doing hack. Now, they do only have 25% hack armor. And same too did the automaton have bonus damage versus the Yatsa. But these Yatsa en masse can take out those automatons very, very quickly. They do have that dash attack as well, which is also doing 10 damage times 3. So the initial dash in can be very, very strong. And Izumato sneaks in with a couple of yards. So does manage to snipe a villager there. That's pretty unfortunate, actually, for Darth Nox. Not the best building placement at the moment here. He didn't really lock off his base. No, like, Gaia Forest on this spot. He could have locked this off completely with another sort of building over here, or locking it off with the temple or something like that. But nonetheless, a couple of hero terma starting to come through. And this is sort of... This is sort of looking a little bit like my game against 3DB to some degree. Except instead of Prometheans, he's going for automatons, which... Good, bad? I'm not exactly sure. As the Archer going to be entering back in onto this spot. I'm going to be looking for more villagers to kill. There's still more automatons getting spammed out here. There's a cheeky little Cheong-Chi coming through for free there for Izumato. And the citizen's just saying, all right, I'll pull back. One hero citizen here. Going to attempt to be a hero. As Darth Nox retreats into the manor for the time being. Oh, does get into the sentry tower, and he will be able to go back to work, and his citizen will heal up here. He's got some time at the moment as the units here for Darth Nox sneaking up to the top. He's looking for a little bit of an entry into the main base of Izumato, but realistically here, this is dangerous. You do not want to be losing units here at all if you're Darth Nox, especially not the automaton. Because while you can rebuild them, you cannot rebuild them unless you hard win a fight, right? Or you're playing on the defensive. Meanwhile, Izumato swinging back in with those Yards are looking for at least something to attack. There's a couple of citizens over here. We do have a cheeky little spider lair getting dropped down as the Murmillo getting snared up, but we'll be able to retreat. No problems. Meanwhile, over onto this side, hero citizens are in. They're going to be shanking, doing what they can to get some serious damage done. Izumato smartly microing away as the citizens will be able to get back to work after this. I do not think that Darth Nox is ready for this fight here. He's got to be so careful. You do not want to get caught out by those halberdiers, as nice control there from Darth Nox pushes those Murmillo into there as the Term are turning around, going after the Pioneers. There's the lightning weapons to come through as the halberdier on top of those Term. They're going to take them out so obscenely quick here. But good control from Darth Nox as he pulls back, snipes down the halberdiers there. Low HP Yarts are coming in. Those are going to get taken out. And the first fight here of the game goes the wayside of Darth Nox here. Now he's going to pull back and heal these guys back up, repair those guys back up. As the Terma on the front gets sniped. That's 3 automatons back for free at the end of this one. Darth Nox ignoring them though. Wasting such a huge advantage. There's so much resource. Go get the resources. Go get them. I'm losing my hair here. I got none. I've got no hair to lose, and you make me lose more hair. Please. Is he going? Okay, he's going. All right. Okay, we got there. He was listening to the stream apparently, and the automatons are going to get repaired back, and we're good to go. It's fine. Happy days. Onwards and upwards. Meanwhile, Hephaestus Revenge going to be finally coming through for Darth Nox, and this is going to make those automatons even more scary. On the other side, a couple of fire archers to come through. I don't see the Javelineers in just yet. As Darth Nox is starting to spread these spider eggs all over the place. For those of you who don't know, spider lair does give a little bit of line of sight. I think the best way to use it in this specific position that Darth Nox is in is actually to drop them onto gold mines so that you can see if your opponent goes there or not with villagers. Too bad I didn't get my hair back. That's right. I'm sad. And I lost it because he didn't get those automatons back up fast enough. Do you know what I mean? Nonetheless, another thing here for Darth Nox that is absolutely wild is the fact that he's only got 2 oracles and he has 9 automaton out. 2 oracles. 9 automaton. Citizens coming up to this top gold mine now as they're finishing up over there. Please make some more oracles. And you can see the villagers have made their way up to the top position there. And like I said, if you drop those spider layers all around the map, get that line of sight in, your opponent's not going to be able to sneak anything like that. Oh, never mind. He doesn't know there's a gold mine up there. Well, now, there is a chance if he's seen it down the bottom. He hasn't seen it down the bottom. He will poke up here and see the zebra. But there's no flag going up to the top. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. Yeah, no flag going up to the top here. As Darth Nox wandering into the main base, sees some villagers to start taking out. You got to be careful here. Losing automaton in your opponent's base. Not going to be able to repair those ones back up. However, Darth Nox says it's time to duel. As the halberdiers, however, getting Izamato, or getting Darth Nox caught out. He tries to pull around here, tries to snipe down those pioneers. Good control from Izamato to jump into the town center here. Underneath the town center of fire, though, I'm not sure this fight is at all going well for Darth Nox as he loses a bunch of units. Does drop the spider layer in here, so a couple of units might end up falling. Or did they all die? I don't know. But nonetheless, Darth Nox, a terrible decision there. Loses nearly all of his automaton. He's got 1 remaining. And Izamato is now well and truly in the advantage. And yet again, Darth Nox forced to take a bit of a fight here as he's continuously running with his entire army in 1 control group, which means it is moving at 4.2 speed instead of the 5 speed, which allows those halberdier to catch up to him. And Izamato, disciplined play right there, decides, okay, I will not charge into the Gaia lushed up player's base. I will chill, and we'll call it a day here. There's a couple more military barracks coming up. Carabalista, Mamillos, all the other good stuff. As the Sky Lanterns flying through here. Up onto the top side, the Sky Lanterns do see the gold villagers here as well. As a couple of citizens going to be sneaking up onto the gold mine over here, but that might have been spotted there as the Izamata Yatsa on the way. As the citizens over here diving into the manor. As the villagers have to sit idly by while this is all going on. Caraballis to take out those halberdiers incredibly quickly as the Tautier comes through onto the backside here. He does have that devour ability. I don't know if he can devour a Caraballister or not. Not exactly sure, but this guy is going to be very, very painful. 1 hero citizen in to help out as the army does get pushed back. Meanwhile, however, the Yatsa does manage to pick off another citizen. Both players are just taking fight. Oh, it does kill off the Caraballister. Look at this guy. This guy is an absolute beast. I'm pretty sure he killed off a Caraballister there. I'm pretty sure he did. I could be wrong. The Yatsa kills off so many things over there. Villager differential now in favor of the Chinese player Izamato, which is not a position you want to be in as an Atlantean ever. You never want to be behind on villager count because your villagers take less time to train. Nonetheless, Izamato has fallen behind on military count. The military numbers for Darth Nox are looking very, very strong. However, the scary Wuzu Javelineer are now going to be coming out, and Russia is on the way. On the other hand, Rhea can come through fairly shortly here, I think, for Darth Nox. But he doesn't have a great answer, I don't think, for a Fey Beast at the moment. He does not have a great answer for a Fey Beast at the moment. There's a couple of units running into there, meet their demise there. As the Terma searching up on the top side, still out of sight, out of mind. He has no idea. He can even sneak out over this way, right? Does he know that? He does know. He does know he can sneak out this way. As the Sky Lanterns to come through. I mean, but the thing is, does Izamato even want to take this fight right now? Given that Heroic Age is so close. Hello there. Running on the spot. Fire Archer. Okay. Goodbye. Running on the spot. Fire Archer. There's a cheeky little Quailfu. Does get caught out. That's a nice little pick there for Darth Nox. Izamato is biding his time. And we do see the Fey Beasts getting dropped down here, but Darth Nox turns immediately to deal with that. But he loses so much HP in the process. The army of Darth Nox got effectively deleted there. And now Darth Nox has got to pull all the way back into his main base and is yet again in a difficult position. A couple of Hero Karabalists coming through in a desperate attempt to find some way to hold against Izamato's push here. There's a Baihu. Gonna end up falling. No, it won't. There's just no numbers left now for Darth Nox. Where is his military? And this is all he's got, right? 1.3k, that's it. 4k for the Shenong here. And Darth Nox says the game is lost. One too many mistakes on the side of Darth Nox, and Izamato gets away with a victory here. He had the advantage. I think he had the game won here. Like, you can say what you want about China, but I think Izamato played very, very well considering he had one bad fight at the start. He said, great, I took that bad fight. I've learned from my lessons. Let me go and try and hold on and keep myself alive. And then Darth Nox just donates basically the entirety of that one fight back to Izamato. Game gets to somewhat equal. Great Yatsa raids afterwards, picking off huge amounts of villages. Gets to the Heroic Age first. And Darth Nox with 0 heroes in his army and very few oracles out for favor and getting more heroes in, etc. Loses a huge amount of units there and just can't hold on after any of that. Nonetheless, a well-played game from Izamato. Like I said, this is a best of 3 where you have to play all the games. So we will be seeing one more game. Now, Darth Nox does not need to move off of Gaia. He can stay on Gaia all of this series if he doesn't win. Well, he didn't win. So he can play Gaia one more time if he wants to. So we'll see if he's going to change off. Izamato got to change his god. We'll move into game number 3. Looks like it's going to be Zeus first Gaia, I think. Alrighty, back with game number 3. On the right hand side of the map, Darth Nox sticking with his Gaia, as he has not managed to win a game yet in this series. And now Izamato says, I will play my 3rd different Pantheon. I played a Norse, I played a China. Now let me show you my Greek. And we're on the map. Land unknown. Not land unknown. The unknown. It could have water. It could have fish. It is whatever you want it to be. Not land unknown at all. It's even got a couple of flowers here. Look, there's a little cheeky rose. A couple flowers here. Whatever these are. Little purple thingamajiggies. I don't know what you want to call them. That's cute. No? But the map cut up pretty brutally. This is a very, very tough map to maneuver through. Now, it is technically open, I think, this side. It looks like there's an opening here. Very, very small. Whoops. And finally, I do not think this is open around this side. I do not think it's open there. So, dock, transport ship. Dock, transport ship. If your opponent's going to play some cheeky little wall shenanigans to play around all of that. Does Izamata get some flowers too? No, Darth Nox. Does Darth Nox get some flowers too? Over here. Got some flowers. That's cute. I don't see the rose though. He doesn't get a rose. It's because he's playing Gaia. No roses for the Gaia player. I'm like more interested in this right now than anything else. Why is there? Oh, he built on his rose. He built on his rose. Shame. Shame. He made it around the road. No, he didn't. It's gone. Do you see it anymore? He cut the rose down. He picked it. And then he threw it away like yesterday's trash. No, that's what happened. You can't tell me anything else. Anyways. Let's see what's going to happen with this game as Darth Nox looks like he's about to be advancing to the... No, he's going another citizen. Never mind. Yeah, we do have Athena on the way for Izamata. He looks like he's going to be going for a fast second town center. There is a very nice defensive one over here that does have a pretty nice gold mine, though there is the water here with the transport ship shenanigans that could affect that. However, if you do go for that, then you also then have to get past the town center to get up to here. Huge amount of walrus behind this one as well. On the top side, a town center with a boar that can be dragged under here. You can shoot those animals underneath the town center as well. 2 gold mines on both sides. Lots and lots of options here for the moment for Izamata. Darth Nox has kind of a similar situation. Though this town center at the bottom, not the best. The top one's really good though, so it's not actually that big of a issue for him. As Oceanus is going to be coming through, he goes for what looks to be 9 citizens. So a pretty late advance time actually on the side of the Gaia here. I wonder why. Generally when you go for a late advance time, like this late, this might actually be standard. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember what Gaia's standard advance time with all economic upgrades is. But if you're going to go for a late advance time, generally the reason is you want to play some one town center sort of timing type stuff, or you want to go for fast 3 town center, which could make some sense given the situation here. As Izamata, he does go for the very, very safe defensive town center, but without any resources on top of it. And he's got to move to get these. Does he know about the gold mine over there? He does not. He does see the one behind this position, so he's going to be happy with that. Also, he's going to be finding some goats down here and another gold mine, so he's going to be even more happy with that. And there's the military barracks, counter barracks coming through for Darth Nox, and he is going to be looking for some aggression. But like I said, yeah, a dock here is going to be really, really key. Playing, like when you play on these types of maps, I think a lot of players look at this and go, there's no way for me to move around the map. It's a terrible map. But it's not really that. It's your opponent is, he thinks they're safe and they're not safe. It's just a bit of an investment to have to get over there And investing in like a transport ship and a dock isn't that much, to be completely honest, to get real damage done. But nonetheless, the villagers move over here onto these walls, and you probably don't even need it for the time being. And actually, we see a town center coming up for Darth Nox as he says, oh, I have misread this situation completely. Let me go for my town center. A complete misread from Darth Nox. He's going to be very, very far behind where he wants to be here as the Toskapos going to be making its way up to the top side here. Did the Pegasus spot this? Nope, he hasn't even spotted the town center there. So he's got no idea. We do see some Mamilos coming through. It could be the case here that Darth Nox has just mind-gamed the shit out of Izamato here. And that's a technical term. Mind-gaming the shit. You can put that into the thing. It'll pop up. And what I mean by that is Izamato probably thinks he's getting one town center all in until he swats the other town center, in which case he will know that he's not. And the mind gaming is over, and the Izamato does not need to worry about anything. Well, Pegasus OP. What can I say? We recently had a little discussion about scouting in Age Mythology. What do you guys think? Do you think that there is ample ability to scout your opponent in this game? And if you think that there isn't, how would you fix it? Now, obviously, the Pegasus is an insanely good scout. This is like an S+++ tier scout. Do you know what I mean? Free Pegasus forever. Everybody gets the Pegasus relic. Everybody. Oh. I've never really looked at the walrus on the underside before. Does it always have this color, or is this just the lining? I think it's always got that color. The more you know. I'm here just having a good time. I don't know about you guys. What are you guys up to? Tell me a story. The walruses are rare, are they? That's true, they are rare. You don't see them in many maps. What map are they on? Midgard? Midgard. I'm always too busy on Midgard. Midgard, there's too much stuff going on for me to notice these little things. Nonetheless, more Murmillo starting to build up. Look at the beautiful defense here started from Izamato. He is going to be playing a incredibly defensive game here. He's got Dionysus queued up. He's got a handful of units out. He's barely building anything. And there's just, I would say there's nowhere to attack, but realistically, Darth Nox should have been able to scout everything. He's also got a Pegasus. He's basically got a Pegasus in the Caladria. In fact, isn't the Caladria faster than a Pegasus? Did the Pegasus die? Murmillo's coming through. Getting a little bit of damage, but Watchtowers is in, and the Murmillos will pull back out, but he loses one of them for that little attack there. Is the Pegasus? I don't get to see one. It's non-existent anymore. Pegasus more like Decisis? That's true. Oh, it's back. They both got the same speed, right? So the Caladria should be able to get just about as much information as the Pegasus should. If not more. Obviously the Pegasus got more HP for some reason. Take the Pegasus' HP down to 100. Nerf, nerf, nerf. No. Okay. I'm just kidding, guys. It's fine. Oh! Citizens! Citizens running for the hunt over here. The Caladrias are in, and these units will be completely safe, as the Minotaur will end up getting sniped down. No problems. Minotaur gets one last attempt at damage, but all the Caladrias will heal that back up. No problems. Make villagers able to shoot Pegasus? I like that idea. 100%. Yes. More options. Sometimes, you know how you go into like the creative space and they say less is more. Sometimes more is more. Just those are like little tidbits that I remember from music school. Anyways, counter barracks, military barracks coming through Thea on the way. It will be Dionysus. It will be Hoplites, Peltast, Hypaspis, all the good stuff. And we'll see how things are going to go here. Couple more military barracks coming up. Modern Socrates over here. That's right. That's right. The wall's coming up onto the top side. You'll be locking off this position ever so slightly. That's now the Thea on the way. And there will be a little cheeky transport ship coming through for Darthnox. I like it. I like it. There's nothing to attack here for now. But if he has some sort of inkling or some sort of way to scout this out, whenever the villagers make their move over onto this gold mine, then he can start raiding it. When is Japan coming? It's coming on the 30th of September. We've talked about it already. Come on. Come on, Manibus. Get with it. Nonetheless, Poseidon's Secret, heavy range soldiers, copper weapons, copper armor coming through, copper shields. Darthnox here, not rushing for an immediate tier 3 economic upgrades. Is losing out on quite a bit here. So Carabalisters are going to be rolling back onto this side. Villagers pulling back into the main base. Oops, sniping down a cheeky little Arcus in the front there. As the Contarius can now start spammaging out here. There is a pretty hefty advantage in terms of military for the time being. As the hero is getting caught out, we are going to be seeing the Carnivora getting dropped down onto this position as Bronze comes through here. And Izamato looking for a huge push, but the double Hesperus trees are now in. Darthnox has got all the defensive advantage here with towers, town center, lush. Losing population, however, on this retreat path. Got to be careful. He does pull all the way back. And the Odysseus here will end up going down as well. As the towers to fall. And Darthnox versus Izamato. We'll see how things will start to result here. But Bronze is now finished. Darthnox can now look for a counterattack. He's got such a bigger economy than Izamato here. Absolutely gigantic. He needs to attack now, though. The longer he waits for upgrades and things like that, the more challenging it's going to be to actually break through this Greek. And then once the Greek gets to the same military sort of numbers, then things get very, very difficult. Nonetheless, Darthnox has got just a huge amount of resources in the bank right now. He can spam palaces. We get to have the Contarius over onto this side as well, searching for straggler villages and all the other good stuff. Because he does get sort of caught out a little bit, but we'll be able to pull back up to the top side. Is Izamato going to chase in here? I don't think so. But Darthnox needs to be somewhat respective of this. We see a Mythic Age attempt from Darthnox at the moment. He's got so many resources. He doesn't have a palace down. Doesn't have a market down. What is all this gold for? Still doesn't have his upgrades in. On the other side, Izamato has got his bowsword coming through. He's got shaft mine in. So he's about to catch up on those upgrades. Isomado does have restoration, but I mean, is that... I mean, right now I think it's enough to make a difference, but before, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, rushing out an implode or something like that could be an idea. Darthnock's just sitting back, waiting, watching, wondering. And Isomado at this point now, heavy infantry to come through. He's just playing a waiting game. That's all he needs to do. Oh, we do see the raid coming through now for Darthnox, but the Pegasus in position as the villagers to pull back. And it looks like Darthnox will be able to get in here and get a little bit of damage done as the army sneaking around this. It is open here. It's open. As the Kontari is going out to the town center looking for more villagers to snipe. As they have to pull off of the wood line here. Kontari slowly dying to the town center. There's 1, 2 going down. Over onto this side, however, Darthnox has got some citizens here that need to pull back. Another Kontarius going down. Darthnox coming over here and says, let me go after these villagers yet again. 2 hoplites and a dream. The villagers all turning, and Darthnox is going to be more than happy with this trade. This is the trade that he wants. He doesn't mind losing all the Kontari if he picks every single one of these villagers off, which it looks like is exactly what's going to happen. Meanwhile, over onto this side, huge fight going to be happening. And the restoration comes through. Darthnox needs to be retreating now. His lush is about to fall. He continues to attempt to break through this army, but it is significantly more powerful than Darthnox's is. Isomado's army at 6.8k right now. On the other side here, Darthnox, a critical error. Only 5 military buildings at the moment. He's going for a town center here. Can Darthnox hold here? He does have 2 counter barracks as well. He is trying to make some terma out of them to at least get some units in here. But Isomado is staying at a strong 6.3k military resource count to the 3k on the other side, and another bronze to come through here for Isomado. It's now the Petropolis. Going to slowly start sniping down the town center. The Dryads popping out, coming through here. Petropoli going to be falling. But the town center ends up going down. Darthnox has got so much gold in the bank here. I don't know what he's doing. Still no market. He could be buying food, I guess. I mean, on the other side, or wood. The army of Isomado slowly dwindling on the defensive, with the defender's advantage for Darthnox. The units just keep on coming in and helping out that little bit more. But can he win this fight here? Hoplite versus Kontarius. These are Athena hoplites as well. Toxotes as well. Has Isomado overstayed his welcome? Is the big question here. There's more Dryads coming through. I mean, imagine just spending all those resources. What a different sort of position Darthnox would be in right now if he'd spent all those resources. But Darthnox pulls back. Isomado says, all right, let's pull back and try and get ourselves sorted out again. I mean, it's easier said than done, but just well, he's got, just get more military buildings. Now he's got 7. All right, we're getting closer. You can take the villagers off of gold, put them onto wood, start working toward farms, etc. As Darthnox continuing to try and make this push work, but now he's not on lush, loses a little bit of efficiency here. He's got to pull back. He's got his 3rd town center back up. I know that macro is hard, but if you ever find yourself in this position for players playing at home, best option is to just say, all right, there we go. Exactly that. Take villagers off of gold. Take villagers off of gold. Where he's moving them here. And then just take them off of gold, put them over onto the wood line that's close by. And then once you run low on gold again, then take them back off the wood line and put them back over onto the gold. And just keep moving them around until you figure out exactly how many you need on everything. But nonetheless, Darthnok's back up to full pop. Still doesn't have a palace. Hera is pre-queued over here for Izamato. Izamato at the moment has got 49 villages on food. He's got 24 farms at the moment. That's it. But 40 villages on food. He does have gold over here. Gold, a gold mine here. This gold mine, just a tiny bit there. So on one hand, one player is about to go up to in the stratosphere of food. The other player is already in the stratosphere of gold. So why not? Meanwhile, Atlas, now queued up. Darthnox's defensive Gaia has been so far working. And the question here is, will an implode be enough to break through a full population Izamato with a potential lightning storm coming? In fact, the lightning storm is not potentially coming anymore. It is coming. Relic coming in handy there as well with that Titan's treasure relic. That's only 1,080 resources now, so nice and cheap. So it's going to be implode and lightning storm. Lightning storm does probably kill, well, I mean, it doesn't one-hit the Contarius. It doesn't one-hit the Murmillo. It does one-hit the Arcus. It does not one-hit the Terma, actually. They live with 2 HP at the moment. But Darthnox is giving Izamato all the time in the world here in this game. There's a bolt coming down over here. All the Contarius end up falling. And Darthnox will be able to snipe through the wall. But both players at full pop now. What's the armory situation for both players? It's looking pretty dire. Not really. It's pretty equal. Izamato missing himself. Just one little tech there. But only one armory. I would almost consider 3 armories up just to get those... Just get that... At least an extra armory to get the iron upgrades in as fast as possible. Because obviously you want to grab... champion as fast as possible. But also the other upgrades are going to be somewhat important as Darthnox trying to push past those hoplites, but not yet able to. Champion what? Champion Contarius, Champion Murmillo, Champion Heavy Arcus, or Champion Heavy Arcus, Champion Arcus. All the heavy upgrade, all the champion upgrades. And there's just so many resources here for Darthnox. He's got 10 military barracks, which is nice. He hits the Mythic Age, charging in. And we do see the implode getting dropped through. The hoplites cannot retreat out of here. Lightning Storm. Can he drop it in here? He technically could drop it onto this spot, but Izamato decides, you know what? Let's not. Maybe he wants to wait for his army to pop out. Restoration? Nope, it's all dead. No point in restoration, nothing there. Don't restoration it. A Lightning Storm now can get dropped down, and both players here taking a significant amount of damage. There's all the, look at those Arcas, they're just getting melted. Unfortunately, the Arcas getting targeted down first and foremost instead of everything else. But Izamato now down to 120 pop on the other side. Darthnox staying at a very healthy 194 pop as he's attempting to push through here. Champion Infantry, Champion Cavalry, Champion Archers all in now for both players. Well, Izamato with no Cavalry, so no Cavalry line upgrades, but all the upgrades are in. Fighting underneath a fortress is going to be hurting quite a bit. However, a couple of destroyers now coming in here. And we'll see if Darth Nox can break through all of this. He's just got so much more stuff than Izamato has. He breaks through the fortress. Maybe the next move is to just come up and grab this town center as a restoration to come through with 52 population. Not really what you want there. Continuing to spam units into the meat grinder as Darth Nox's army is just going to happily clean everything up here. And in that moment there, Izamato does decide to tap out, and Darth Nox does manage to leave with a victory here in this series. However, after all is said and done, Izamato still manages the 2-1 and does come with a victory in this best of 3 for the Athenian League Championship, whatever you want to call it. If you guys enjoyed this one, well played here from Darth Nox. A nice game, good defensive play, good raids, good usage of this position here with the dock and the raid onto this. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit the follow button, like button, and all the other good stuff. And we'll see you in the next game. Alrighty. We're going to continue along. Let me just see if there's any other Athenian League games happening tonight. I don't think there is. There's Nito. I don't know if I want to. We could do one of those. I don't know if I want to. We might just go ahead and cast these next games. Why wouldn't Red prioritize taking the TC on the top? I feel like he just felt like he couldn't do so. Do I agree with John Arbiter? Generally, no. I don't know what he said, but generally, no. Sometimes I agree with him, but sometimes not really. That was a cool amp. Greek versus Atlantean is impossible, TBH. It's not impossible. No. No. I do have the upcoming page that Joe's put together. Yeah, that's very, very helpful. I'm a big fan. Let's do this one, hey? Alrighty, another game, another you, another me in the top of the map playing as a Tunison. His name is Thor. No, he is playing as Thor and his name is Tunison. For all the Thor lovers out there, a Thor game. Thor's hammer is here to take you to victory. His opponent today is none other than the legendary Superman the Great. And he is playing as Noir. I haven't seen this matchup in a while. In fact, I haven't seen a whole lot of Thor being played recently. I'm not exactly sure why that is. I don't think Thor is by any stretch of the imagination weak at the moment. He's, in my opinion, one of the best of the Norses against China. It is winnable playing Norse or playing Thor versus gods like Isis, especially with like Bragi and playing that way. I mean, I guess it's a little bit easier to play Odin or Freyr into Greek, for example, but you know, Thor can still be played into those matchups. You can still get those wins. And against Atlantean, Thor really, really good. I am surprised to see a lack of Thor being played. I think he's actually quite good in this meta. Maybe after this game, we might realize why. Can I suggest some good team game gods? I don't want to give anyone any ideas. I don't want to give anyone ideas for team games. You guys are all big fat abusers. You guys are all big fat abusers. I don't want to give you any ideas. What's one fun idea? Actually, Atlantean in team games is always fun. Lots of oracles and then spam myth units. That's fun. Try that. I have to review your your build order last team game. Do I have to? I feel like I was under the pump the entirety of that game. I was very upset. Always upset playing. Maybe I should be the pocket. I'm going to go pocket next time, next team game. Alright. Is Hades good? I just came back to the game and I kind of forgot everything about the game. Do you think Hades is still good? Yeah. I mean, to be honest, and this is the honest truth. If you aren't top 50, it doesn't matter. The only reason, okay, here's the thing. The only reason there's a tier list, there's like people picking tier lists, is because there's certain strategies that are really, really strong. And people who execute them well win games, right? So, for example, early days, there was this strategy that the Mister used to do. I don't know if he would do it now or not. It's probably still really good. But he would go with Set or with Ra, and he would make classical units, Wadgets, priests, and he would lock the entirety of the map up, and it would be very, very tough to break him because his control was just insane, right? And that was why Egyptian was really good for so long, right? One of the reasons. That's been nerfed since, so it's not that good anymore. But, you know, that's the reason why certain things are so good. So if you're playing at the lower level, even if you see those sorts of strats, you aren't seeing them executed on a high level. So it's irrelevant to you, really. It's sort of irrelevant to you. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about the strength of gods. Play the game, enjoy the game, and do your best to win. Nonetheless, Soup is looking like he is up to his Soup shenanigans here as he says, you know what I want? I want this town center on the front. Meanwhile, Tunison takes the slow advance here. He's going up through Forseti. The town center will be completed. No problems. It doesn't give a huge amount of the map over to Soup, but Soup will be able to drop the earth wall pretty early here, and it might not be possible for Tunison to put a stop to that anytime soon. But we'll see how it's all going to go as the Chongqi is just searching around onto the top here. The village is going to be popping over onto the oak tree. This is so risky, though, for Soup, right? He drops the earth wall. This is not scouted from Tunison at the moment. He's missing this. And in missing these earth walls, and he's not like he could do a whole lot, but I mean, nah, he can't really do much. He could have whacked it, started whacking it already, and while it's building up to full HP, and be okay there. Another way to take these out is to have gone through Freya and then drop the forest fire on top of one of these positions and kill it off. Meanwhile, Abundance coming through, Pickaxe coming through, Soup kind of going for AFK Hades to some degree. This is like... This is just such a universal strategy at this point. It's like, get 2 TC, get your eco ups, and then go from there. The only problem is that in doing this, he's going to be late on his machine workshop, which is popping up now pretty quickly. Which also means he's going to be late on his fire archers. Which means this wall, this earth wall, might end up going down. So it could be worthwhile for him to send some villagers over here and just repair this one back up. Or alternatively, once it falls, just move over here and then drop a little cheeky stone wall or wooden wall there. As the villagers are finished up with a little bit of hunt in the main base, and Tunison says, oh, I can't do a whole lot. Let me pull over here and we'll grab this town center now. He's got a handful of units, and it's time for his settlement on the back. Meanwhile, fire archers coming through, and I wouldn't be surprised here if Soup can just sort of walk forward and just break open this position. There's no decent gold mines on this map for Tunison. I just realizing it. This one's not good. This one over here is not good. A little cheeky wall over here wouldn't be bad either for Soup. This one here is not good. A cheeky wall over here could be really nice. As great alls coming through for Tunison. Temple to go down. This way, he is literally sneaking this. Will he be able to? The Sky Lantern. The Sky Lantern sees a dwarf going this way. He doesn't. Super has to be actually really paying attention there. He might be his eyes could be anywhere on the map, so he might not have noticed it. Meanwhile, the Ursa coming down to the bottom side of the map, looking for a little something to take out. Villagers coming through for Soup at the moment as he is continuing to assert his dominance on this position. Meanwhile, Tunison says, hey, if I can get Heroic Age here, then I get a full 3,000 gold in my main base to play with. Plus, there's also Frost. As the Tunison Herser coming into the main base of Soup. His building placement, a little bit lackluster. I know why he does this. He wants the favor. He is a greedy favor boy. However, I think if these houses were built a little bit more safely and blocking this position off, just as a regular house wall, it'd be feeling a lot more safe here and taking a lot less damage. And sure, he gets less favor by a tiny fraction, but still. Meanwhile, the Fire Archers coming through here. They missed the gold mine just barely there. And Soup makes his way over onto this side. Villagers pulling off of the food. And as the Fire Archers are in, be sniping a Berserk and all the other good stuff. And there still hasn't managed to be a Heroic Age in for our main man, Tunison, just yet. He's not really training a whole lot of units. He's just trying to distract. We do see a cheeky little wall coming down, or attempting to come down over there. Is one villager going to make its way through here? There are two wolves guarding this position. They are bitey. As it says, hang on, I just got to show you. They are bitey-bites. No, wait, where? No. I don't have that. I don't have that. Never mind. Nothing about the bites. As the dwarves, will he lose one? He's got to lose one. There you go. One does end up falling. And Tunison moving up to the top here to get onto the wood line. Villagers coming through here, grabbing this position. The Sky Lantern will be spotting villagers on the berries for the time being here. And Tunison is not being very respectful here of the fact that Soup knows the villagers are here. Is looking for raids into the main base, hitting those villagers. But while that's going on, villagers are getting targeted down up over here. Two dwarves, at the very least, going to be falling here. If not more. There's this one getting snared up as the Fire Archers can get that damage done. But it's going to be close. 8 HP, 5 HP, and he does end up dying. So 3 dwarves killed for a handful over here as well. As the walls for Soup coming up onto this side to lock this gold mine off. Dwells back onto this main home gold mine for the time being. Lots and lots of gold in the bank. Lots of farms now having to come up here. There are some berries on this side, but do you really want to go over there? Probably not. Is there a market up somewhere? There is a market. Buying food is pretty risky. As the dwarves will make their way over here to try and at the very least, grab these berries. As the Kimbo wall's getting set up over onto this spot. Hersa, the Berserks, getting slapped down. And Super's just getting so far in front in this game. Looks like he's almost going to be able to get to the next stage. Does decide to go through Rush Shoal. It's the right call. One reason, however, that I think that Thor is pretty good in this matchup, though it's not really being displayed right now, maybe, is that you have Frost and you want to go for Frost in this matchup to deal with those Fae Beasts. And also hit the army as well, right, if you can. Meanwhile, stone walls is up as the... This brings a villager. The villager is going to... This thing is... I don't know about you guys, but stone walls are like so ridiculously strong. Like these are like... The only way to kill a stone wall is to basically have siege. Or myth units. Heavy myth units from Zeus, right? This is going to take so long to kill. In fact, I'm pretty sure he could gate this and start repairing it and it would never die. Anyways. Skadi, still not in for Tunison. He is gold stars at the moment. He is completely walled in. Got the hero Qualfu over here locking this position off as well. Fresh Stonewall Rush has... Well, that's what Keto would do. Keto was very good on that. And it looks like Tunison, as Husk Soup hits the heroic age, does decide to tap out. Well, that wasn't the best of games. I thought something cool was going to happen here when I saw a 13-minute game, but... Well, GG. This is why I don't often watch these ones. I had somebody asking me the other day why all the games on my YouTube channel are normally quite long. Is it because every single game goes long? It's no, because I handpick games that are good. I thought Thor was good too. It didn't quite work out there. What am I going to do? I'm going to be right back. Grab some water. 1 second. Alrighty. Would somebody like to play me in a game? I know I said Shoutcast Sunday, but I'm sort of running out of games to cast that look good. Free ticket to Asgard? Is this Kotta again? Kind of looks like Kotta. He likes playing me. Alright, let's play this guy. See if we can have a fun game. I'm pretty tired. That's what's going on at the moment. Alright, we got Thor versus Odin. Drop the armory and get going. I need to see what's happening here. Oh, is there fish? No. Okay. Okay, let's come back over here and we'll look to start shooting these guys in. I had to go double. I had to go for the extra berserk because I don't know what the map looks like.
Ja, yes, yes, I get from.
Something.
Yes, some.
What the fuck are you? Ah! Why is that a fucking thing? Why is this here? Who wants it? Who asked for it? Nobody.
Something. Something. Veiðimaður. Sjá. Samþykkt. Tilbúinn. Já. Veiðimaður. Já. Já. Tilbúinn. Já. 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 Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Skip hann. Hver þar?
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my suffering. At least someone gets to enjoy it. Okay, you go here. We'll just start shooting these guys. Shoot that.
Já, ég samþykkt, já. Tilbúin, ég samþykkt, já. Atrás. Skip, já. Já. Ég sækið fram, já. Til orustuslag. Já. Já. Skip hann, ég grjótsveit. Skip, samþykkt. Tilbúin, samþykkt. Já, ég vil.
Já. Satt. Já.
Tilbúin. Já, já. Já, ég samþykkt, já. Til orðs, ég vil. Samþykkt, já. Veiðimaður.
Hver ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Satt.
Okay, all right. I've calmed down from my rage. We will now play a video game. My opponent has gone for
Tilbúin, ég vil. Já, já. Ég satt.
Tilbúin. Ég samskip
Fyrir, já. Ég vil. Tilbúin, samþykkt. Fyrir það, já, til ég vil. Fyrir, já, samþykkt. Skipa, já. Tilbúin, ég vil. Fyrir þar. Já, satt. Tilbúin. Já, ég skipa.
Do I have any food? I can come over to this, I guess.
Já, satt. Veiðimaður.
Já, satt. Já. Skip samþykkt.
Já, já.
Tilbúin, satt. Hver, já.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Skip hann samþykkt. Tilbúin, já. Hver það? Satt, samþykkt.
Til ég, já, samþykkt. Satt, já, samþykkt. Ég satt. já. Skip, ég vil.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Já, satt. Ég vil. Já, já. Tilbúin, satt. Já. Hver þar?
Skip. Ég samþykkt. Timbersveit.
Ég satt. Já, ég vil samþykkt. Tilbúin, satt. Já. Hver satt? Tilbúin. Ég satt. Já, samþykkt. Já. Já, samþykkt. Til fyrir ég satt. Já. Til samþykkt. Já, satt. Tilbúin. Já, til fyrir það. Já. Skipa. Já, ég samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Satt. Ég samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Hver satt samþykkt? Til skipa. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, satt. Samþykkt.
I wanted that Spady.
Ég satt. Já, samþykkt.
Hver það?
Já, satt. Tilbúin. Ég satt. Já. Satt.
I wanted that Spady thing.
Til já. Ég samþykkt.
That's the spade. The spade. I wanted the spades to relic. Raven OP.
Satt. Fyrir það.
Hilsa fjósamaður. Timbersveit.
Skipa. Ég vil. Tilbúin.
Ég vil.
Satt. Já. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Hver það? Satt. Já, samþykkt. Rótsveit. Já, timbersveit.
Fyrir þar. Já. Skip til ég samþykkt. Fyrir ég. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Satt. Já. Samþykkt. Satt.
Skip hann fjósamaður.
Skip hann. Fyrir tilbúin. Ég. Já. Satt. Fyrir þar. Skip
Til samþykkt.
Samþykkt. Skip hann. Fyrir þar. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Til fyrir þar. Já.
Já, ég samþykkt.
Skip hann. Satt. Já.
Já. Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Skip hann. Ég vil.
Já, ég vil. Já, satt. Já. Ég vil. Fyrir þar. Skip. Satt. Tilbúin. Skip hann. Ég atrás.
Skip tilbúin. Já, skip.
Já. Ég satt. Já, ég satt. Samþykkt. Já, fyrir það. Satt. Ég vil. Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Já, samt. Já, satt.
Tilbúin. Já.
Til ég vil. Satt. Skip hann.
Já. Samþykkt. Sætið
Tilbúin.
fram.
Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Til orustuslag.
Skip hann. Ég samþykkt. Rás. Já, tilbúin. Ég vil.
Fyrir já, ég satt.
Skip hann. Já. Ég vil.
Skip, já.
Tilbúin. Já.
Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin.
Samþykkt.
Fyrir það. Til orustuslag. Skip.
Já, ég vil.
Já. Já, ég samt. Já. Ég vil. Fyrir það. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég samt. Tilbúin. Ég skip hann. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
I don't think that was a good fight.
Já, ég.
Skip hann. Já. Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Fyrir þar.
Hver þar? Ég samþykkt.
Ég samþykkt. Já, ég satt.
Já.
Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Skip fyrir það. Tilbúin. Skip. Já, ég satt. Samþykkt. Já, já, samsatt.
Já.
Fer ég vil. Skip tilbúin.
What am I going for here?
Fer já, já, ég vil. Fer, ég já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Ég til, já, samþykkt. Satt. Hver þar? Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Satt. Já, ég samþykkt. Satt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég
Hver þar? Já, tilbúin. Já, já, samþykkt.
til, já, satt. Hver, já, ég vil. Satt. Já, hver, ég satt. Ég vil. Já, satt. Ég, já. Satt. Samþykkt. Já, já. Satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Hver þar? Já. Já, ég satt.
Tilbúin. Já, satt.
Skip samþykkt.
Já. Tilbúin. Ég, já, satt. Ég vil. Satt. Til skip samþykkt. Fyrir, já, já, ég samþykkt. Já, ég, já, samþykkt. Já, ég, já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Fyrir það, skip hann.
Tilbúin.
Já. Fyrir, ég vil. Skip, ég samþykkt.
Skip hann.
Skip hann. Samþykkt. Já, ég satt. Til orðuslag. Já. Ég vil. Satt. Já, samþykkt.
We just grab a TC.
Timbersveit.
I got all this favor. I don't know what to do with it.
Já. Já, ég já.
I also have no idea where his bloody other...
Hver þar? Já, ég vil. Já, timbersveit, samþykkt.
where his other talent center is.
Skip, já, ég vil.
Skip.
I don't know if he's on 1 TC or 2 TC at the moment. I think the best move is probably to just to wander up here and try and grab this one.
Tilbúin. Já, já. Hver þar? Skip tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Skip, já, samþykkt.
Já. Skip. Já, satt. Ég vil. Til hver þar? Já. Skip satt. Já, já, samþykkt. Tilbúin. Hver já. Ég samþykkt. Skip. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Ég satt, já, timbersveit.
Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
I think I'm gonna go for his main base, maybe.
Hver það? Grjótsveit. Grjótsveit.
Samþykkt. Já, já.
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 Am I missing houses somewhere?
Skip, tilbúin, já.
Tilbúin.
Ég, já, til samþykkt.
Hver það? Satt. Ég satt. Já. Ég satt. Ég vil. Til satt. Hver það? Já. Já, samþykkt. Hver ég vil.
Já.
Til satt.
Já, ég vil.
Hver er það? Satt, ég vil.
Ég satt. Já.
Til samþykkt.
Hver þar? Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Skipa.
Skip. Ég vil. Já. Hver ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já, satt. Grjótsveit.
Já, samt tilbúin. Satt.
Já, já.
Skip hann. Já, hver þar? Tilbúin. Skip. Ég vil. Hver þar? Já, samþykkt. Hver þar? Satt. Atrás.
Yeah, I'm full vills, so I really do need to attack.
Tilbúin. Ég, já. Já, ég samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, skip samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, ég, já. Samþykkt.
Já, tilbúin. Satt. Já, ég satt. Já, já.
Tilbúin.
Hver þar?
Skip hann. Ég, já, ég, til orðsluslag.
Já.
Já, samþykkt. Ég, já, ég vil. Já, já, ég, já. Skip hann. tilbúin.
Skip, já, hver það? Tilbúið, samþykkt. Skip, já, aðráð. Já. Hver já. Skip, já. Já,
Skipan, ég vil samþykkt.
til samþykkt.
Sjá, samþykkt.
Hver já, aðráð.
Tilbúin.
Go the Frost Giants!
Já, ég gaf tilbúin. Ég samþykkt.
Ég, já, já.
Skip, ég samþykkt.
Til orðustu
Já,
slag.
skip, tilbúin. Ég vil samþykkt.
Skip satt.
Já. Tilbúin, ég grjótsveit.
Til hver það?
Skipan, já. Já, samþykkt, já. Tilbúin.
Okay, Frost Giants are OP, guys. Look at him go!
Hver það? Samþykkt.
Tilbúin, já. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt, já.
Oh,
Ég vil.
Skip, ég gaf já.
my thing died.
Samþykkt, ég vil. Já.
Skip, aðráð.
Tilbúin, já. Ég samþykkt.
Já. Ég sa. Hver er það? Ég sa samþykkt.
Hver það? Já. Tilbúið. Skip satt.
Skip, tilbúin. Ég gaf ég vil. Samþykkt, já. Bækið, samþykkt, til for, ég vil. Ráð. Já.
Oh, he didn't take it. I thought for sure he was on 3TC. What a strange game. I'm still mad my Berserk got deleted because I accidentally hit the delete button with my mouse. Ah! Look at how many Frost Giants there are. Wait, how many did I build? 13. They did 6,267 damage. How much did these guys do? Same. My throwing axe did the same amount of damage as my Frost Giants did. Wild. Ah, GG. Let's go again. Did I also delete my hair? Not accidentally, no. I did it on purpose. I'm looking to play some fun maps here at the moment. You guys want a free-for-all? Alright. Free-for-all time. Here you go. Hope you guys are ready to enjoy. One free-for-all game. We can't do a fun map. It's Nomad or it's Nomad. We go with Nomad. I mean, people have to join though. It says 1,500 plus, but if you're a viewer, you can join, no problems. We're on Regicide. Team mode is free for all. Allow Titans is on. That's all correct. I'm going to play a big multi-gaming LAN soon in France, and there's some aiming. What do you think would be the best god to play in a free-for-all and or in 3v3? Probably Freyr in free-for-all. Seems to be one of the best gods for that. For easy gods to play as well. in a 3v3, it depends on your team. I'll be right back, guys. Hopefully this room fills up and you guys will enjoy playing some free-for-all shenanigans with me. I should re-host this and just say all welcome, because all welcome. All right. Let's go. What do you mean Uros is retired? No one ever retires. No one ever quits Age of Mythology. It's always just a little cheeky break. Oh dear. Oh, it's Ragnarok's. This guy's gonna win Champions League. He's gonna beat Kavoth, I heard. Satfat not level? True. Get back in here, Satfat. Don't pretend. I love that. I love that stat with me and Kavoth. Just shows we're just like equal in all ways. Only difference is I play random and he plays all the OP civs. That's right. I am a random god of user. That's me. All right, we got 3 more people. 2 more people to join up. All welcome. I know it says 1,500, but I'm 0 to 10 versus Kavoth this week, and I lose because I attack. Yeah, there is an element of that versus Kavoth for sure. There's some things that he falls to, though. It's not like he's impenetrable. It's not like he's playing the game perfectly. It's Duck Norris. I think I played against the Mr. one time. I played against him one time in ranked. One time. And I lost. It haunts me forever. That was my one opportunity to show the world that I mean business. And I failed. One more player. What is this Jack 90 head to head? Look. Have I played John? I think I played him once. There must have been in a custom. I do fear John. I don't want to lose to John. I'll never live it down. John Arbiter's very strong. He beats Jack all the time. See? John beats him all the time. You know when you sit down to a poker game and if you can't identify the sucker, then you're the sucker? That's me in this. Ha 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 ha. I see someone's watched Rounders. We're almost there. 2 more players. Come on, guys. You know you want to join in. Alrighty. Wagneroth is in. Let's play. Let's get it. It's finally time. Everyone's long-awaited free-for-all on Shoutcast Sunday. Do we cast ourselves playing? You can't get in here after I've been hosting this lobby for the past 5 minutes, saying damn too late. Come on. Wait, is everything sacred? Regicide, standard, nomad, free-for-all? I think so. Hope it's correct. Alrighty, the long-awaited free-for-all about to commence. Onto the map, Nomad. We get Gaia again! I got Gaia last time! Boo! Well... crap. Let's run this way. I found some... That'll do. At least Gaia is OP. There is that. There's that thing going for Gaia. Because you get the extra hero citizens, I believe. Unless they fix that. Did they change it? I guess we'll see. There is a way to fix this, right? Like, you just don't give the players starting units. Nope. We got starting units. So yeah, Gaia gets to enjoy that. Straight to the shore, please. Oh, there was a beautiful town center there as well. Okay, this shore is Garbo, but it is what it is. You get up here. We need to get some food income. This shore is the ultimate of Garbo. It is really important to get the fish here as well. Chinese worst? Chinese is worst? Wait, best is Chinese, worst is Norse, right? Because China gets 2 Quaofu. Which is a lot of Quaofu. Where's my other oracle? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we got 2 villages there. I'm just going to start putting villages onto this for the time being. Because we need to get a lot of docks down. I need to get like 3 docks to get this fish boom going. I'm kind of feeling like I'm really alone over here, which is good. I don't have to go crazy and kill anyone. Okay, so we got the Zeus player here below us. Let's see who's above us. There is a Coke to recycle. So there's a Poseidon player above us. Okay, and he's building a dock here. Let's just keep pumping onto this. Start fishing ships up here as well. Okay, I don't need any more gold anymore. It should be enough. I'll put... Oh, no, you just come here. Okay, so red's over there. Turn off fish. We're going to get a temple now. Okay, we can't get any more nice fish here. We're going to have to fight for it. A temple down here. Alright, so what's the plan? I think the plan is going to be to beat through... Beat through this. I'm just going to come down here and drop this there. Yeah, we'll just try and beat through Marquis here. Just get more docks down and start being obnoxious if we can. I don't like that I'm going to get owned by this guy.
Eschlost.
Burek. Herjos. Burek. Vausbach. Eschloss. Herjo Osto.
Aporofrost.
Yoshilas Market. Burek.
Aporofrost.
Burek. Skobos. Herjos. Burek. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Skopos. Yuji. Burek. Skop Yuji.
Buma. Osto.
Aporofrost.
Burek. Herjos. Yuji.
Yuji. Esch. Mosko. Mak. Hedjo. Yuji.
Skopos. Mak. Burek.
Yuji. Ozmak. Skopos.
Mak. Yuji. Mak. Eschlo. Yuji. Burek. Eked. Yuji.
Bu. Yuji. Aked.
Skopos. Herjos. Skopos. Burek.
Gilles Moke.
Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Skop. Burek. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Eschlo. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Eked.
Skop. Esch. Aked. Aked.
Herjos. Eked. Burek. Eschmak.
I am feeling not very comfortable here.
Yuji.
I'm not gonna lie.
Skopos. Yuji. Burek. Schloss. Yuji. Mak. Skopos. Eked.
Hedjo. Mak. Diat.
Schloss. Herjos.
Skopos.
Skopos. Intum. Burek. Yuji. Mak. Eked. Diat. Herjos. Yuji. Diat. Diat. Skopos. Burek. Also Eked. Skopos. Yuzma. Burek. Yuji. Skopos. Eshma. Yuji. Eshma. Eshlos. Skopos. Yuji. Burek. Skopos. Herjos. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Skop. Yuji. Burek. Skopos.
Epschlo. Gilles Moke. Aporofrost.
Ma. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Ma.
Gilles Moke.
Skopos. Eshlo. Burek.
Aporofrost.
Skopos. Eked. Diat. Yuji. Herjos. Mak. Diat.
Okay.
Skopos. Yuji. Schwest. Burek. Skopos. Burek. Eked. Diat. Ma. Yuji. Eshma. Burek. Yuji. Eshlos. Yuji. Eshma. Yuji. Skopos. Eshlos. Burek. Ma. Yuji. Eshma. Yuji. Eshkop. Yuji. Burek. Ma. Burek. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Eshma. Yuji. Eshma. Burek. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Eshlos.
Gilles Moke.
Yuji. Ma.
Aporofrost.
Burek.
Yuji.
Skopos. Eshlo.
Gilles Moke.
Yuji. Burek.
Skopos. Yuji. Aporofrost.
Eshlo. Yuji. Ma. Eshlo. Burek. Skop. Burek. Yuji. Ma. Ma. Yuji.
Yuji.
Herjo. Eked. Eked. Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Burek. Skopos. Burek. Skopos. Ma. Yuji. Burek. Schloss.
Ugh.
Ma. Schloss. Yuji. Shma. Yuji.
This is taking too long for me to kill this guy.
Yuji. Schloss. Skopos. Schloss. Eked.
I need town centers.
Yuji. Also. Skop. Burek. Ma. Yuji. Shma. Burek. Skopos.
Okay.
Ma Schloss.
I was hoping to just roll over him, right? Like I was hoping it would just be a nice quick
Herr Joe's.
thing, but I need to get myself going here. Now.
Bureg, Osto, Eschloss. Yuji, Eschmak. Yuji,
Yuji. Ma Schloss.
Mak. Yuji, Eschmak. Yuji, Yuji. Bureg, Mak, Yuji, Eschloss. Yuji, Mak, Yuji, Lismoke.
Skop. Aked. Schwest.
'Cause, like part of the reason I need to
Yuji,
do this, like be this aggressive, is I need this food or this.
Bureg, Eschloss.
I want this like fish so I can have some more eco.
Yuji, Poro Fras.
That's just gonna take forever, so we just gotta kill him.
Yuji. Bureg, also, Eke. Topos, Bureg, Eschloss. Poro Fras. Yuji, Gilismoke. Yuji.
We go this one.
Topos. Yuzma, Yuzma, Eshma, Yuzma, 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 Yuji, Gilismoke. Yuji. Eshma, Yuzkop, Eshma, Yuz, Eshma, Yuz, Eshma, Eshkopos, Eshlo, Ma. Yuji, Yuz, Eshlo, Eke. Bureg, also Eke. Herjos, Bureg, Yuji.
Bureg. Osto. Schwest.
Yuji, Ma, Yuji. Eshma, Skopos, Yuji.
I'm earning it. I'm trying.
West. Skopos, Yuji, Eshma. Yuji. Dilis Moke. Bureg, Dilis Moke. Yuji. Eshma, Eshma, Eshlos, Yuji, Eshma, Eshlos, Yuji. Yuji. Poro Dilis Moke. Bureg, Eshma, Yuji. Skopos, Yuji, Bureg, Eshma, Yuji, Ma, Poro Fras. Most Volia, Eke. Bureg, Eked, Eked.
Herr Joe. Aked. Aked. Aked.
Herjos, most interesting. Yuma, Skopos, Ma, Yuji, Eshma, Yuji, Yuji. Bureg, Skop, Eshma, Yuji, Eshlo, Yuji, Ma, Yuji. Ma, Yuji, Yuji. Eshma, Yuji, Eshma, Yuji, Ma, Yuji, Ma, Yuji, Ma. Skopos, Eked, Eked.
Skopos. Yuji. Schwest.
Okay.
Herr Joe's.
Poro Fras, Dilis Moke. Ma. Bureg, Os Diat. Yuji. Yuji, Yuji. Bureg, Shlo.
Yuji. Mak. Bureg. Eschlos. Mak. Eschkopos. Maskopos. Eschlost. Maskopos.
Jesus, it's fast.
Eschlost. Bureg. Skopos. Tilis Make.
Yuji, Bureg. Skop, Poro Fras.
Okay.
Skopos, Diat. Bureg, you Diat.
Skopo. Bureg. Mak. Eschdia.
Herjo.
You Mak. Herr Joe.
Eschloss. Eporofras.
Yuji,
Herr Osto. Eschmos Intem.
Skopos, Yuji, Eshlo, Eke, Diat. Skopos,
Bureg.
Tilis Make.
Yuji.
Eporofras.
Bureg. Skop, Dilis Moke. Yuji.
Mak. Yuji. Mos Aked.
Burek. Skopos. Yuji. Burek.
Burek. Eschlost.
Yuji.
Mak. Eschlost.
Skopos.
Okay, we'll kill that guy off.
Yuji.
God, too many ceasefires. God damn it.
Burek. Mak. Yuji. Eschlost. Skop.
Burek.
I could trade to the water myth unit, but I don't think it's a good move.
Yuji. Osto. Burek. Eked. Erjos. Eked. Diat. Burek. Yuji. Eschlost. Yuji. Osto. Diat.
Skuji. Os diat.
Skopos. Eked. Diat.
Mak. Diat.
Erjos. Vayend.
Skopos. Mak. Eschlost.
Dilis Moke. Burek. Eked. Eked. Burek. Yuji. Ekoro. Burek. Dilis Moke. Skopo. Yuji. Burek. Ma. Dilis Moke. Yuji. Eschlost. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Most intim.
What's the point in going that one? It's probably better to go this one and go for the super fanatics, right?
Yuji. Burek. Eschlost. Mak. Yuji. Skopos.
That's my guess.
Yuji. Eschlost. Yuji.
Burek. Eschlost.
Let's start our trade route here.
Eked. 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 Burek. Eschlost. Skopos. Mak. Yuji. Eschlost. Yuji. Burek. Eschlost. Skop. Mak. Eschlost. Yuji. Dilis Moke. Burek. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Eporo Frost. Burek. Eschlost. Dilis Moke. Mak. Eschlost. Mak. Eschlost.
Yuji. Skopos.
Burek. Yuji. Mak. Eschlost. Yuji. Yuji.
Okay, we got him.
Burek.
Now I can take all my fish. At least that was the plan.
Eked. Kerjo. Eked. Eked. Yuji. Eked. Eked.
Skopo. Mak. Eked. Eked. Eked.
Yuji. Burek. Skopo. Yuji. Dilis Moke.
Erjos. Burek. Mak.
Burek. Mak. Eporo Frost.
Yuji. Eked. Eked.
Is Yellow dead? Coke Recycler, he's dead. Okay. We might have some problems coming for us later in the form of a ridiculously fed Frere. This guy is going to be
Burek. Eschlost. Eked.
big
Eked.
problems.
Erjos. Yuji. Yuji. Most Burek. Skopo. Vayend. Erjos. Eked. 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 Skopos. Eked. Eked.
Okay, so I think we got to move back upwards this time because I killed the guy at the bottom.
Skop. Mak. Eshmak. Yuji. Burek. Eked. Eked. Yuji.
Erjos. Osto.
Erjos. Mak. Most intim. Erjos.
Skop. Eked. Burek. Eked. Yuji. Burek. Mos
Yuji.
intim.
Burek. Most Erjos. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Yuji.
Yuji. Eked. Skopos.
Eked. Eked. Erjos. Yuji. Eked. Eked. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Burek. Eschlomos intum.
Eschlost. Skop. Eschlost.
Dilis Moke. Burek. Yuji. Eporo Frost. Erjos. Most Eschlomos intum. Yuji. Yuji. Dilis Moke.
Okay.
Most intel.
Yuji. Hercros. Most Burek. Opos. Burmak. Eşlok. Mak. Yuji. Eşlok. Burek. Mak. Yuji. Burek. Opos.
Oh my god, what is happening here?
Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Eşlok. Opos. Mak. Burek. Yuji.
Yuji.
Opos. Mak. Eşlok. Opos. Hercros. Yuji. Opos. Burek. Yuji. Yuji. Opos. Burmak. Yuji. Eşlok. Opos. Burek. Opos. Opos, Yuji, Mak, Burek, Yuji, Most in Mak, Eke. Burek. Mak, Opos, Look. Yuji.
Mark. Os didi Burek. Yuji. Most
Burek.
intel.
Use most in. Yuji, Mak, Eşlok. Poro Fras. Yuji, Mak, Opos, Yuji, Eşlok. Yuji, Mak, Yuji, Burek, Eşlok. Yuji, Mak, Burek. Opos. Burek, Yuji, Eşlok. Yuji. Mak. Yuji, Burek, Yuji, Yuji. Opos, Burmak. Opos. Hercros. Eked. Dia. Burek. Opos. Julius Mokay.
Okay, kill that. Give me that gold. Much needed.
Burmak. Yuji. Burmak. Yuji. Eked.
Yuji. Skopos. Herjo. Aken.
Yuji. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Poro Fras.
Yuji. Yuji. Aken.
Burek. Eked. Yuji. Most intimate.
Most intel. Burek. Skopos. Yuji.
Burek. Eked. Opos. Burek. Hercros.
Burek.
Eked. Dia. Opos.
Soon, I shouldn't need to worry too much about the resources coming in. Hopefully I can finish this.
Opos. Yuji.
He's got these guys though, that's just a problem.
Opos. Burek. Julius Mokay. Poro Fras. Yuji. Eked. Opos. Burek. Yuji. Burek.
Skop. Mark. Esh. Most intel. Most intel.
We'll get some
Yuji. Most
spewy boys in.
Eked. Burek. Yuji. Opos. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Opos. Skoptilis Eşlos. Eked. Burek. Yuji. Poro Fras. Yuji. Burmak. Most
Burek. Skop. Most intel.
Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Ma. Yuji.
I don't think I could kill the Frere, to be honest. But...
Yuji.
Also, Eke. Burek. Eke.
Burek. Eke.
Oh no.
Eke.
I've got... Who's coming at me? Miku. The Nakano man.
Here's Kopos.
Yuji. Burek.
Ma. Yuji. Eshlos.
Wait, you mean... What are you...
Yuji. Shlos. Lopos.
Ma.
Burek. Ma. Shlos. Yuji. Lopos. Shlos. Yuji. Eke. Burek. Eshlos. Yuji. Eke.
Eke. Eke.
Ah!
Yuji. Burek. Ma.
Yuji. Osto. Mos Inter.
Kopos. Burek. Mak. Eshmos. Yuji. Kopos. Also, most
Skopos. Mos Inter.
Kopos. Eshlos. Ekporofras. Burek. Yuji. Gilis Moke. Kopos. Burek. Ekporofras. Gilis Moke. Eke. Burek. Eke. Kerjos. Eke. Most inter.
Yuji. Skopos. Yuji.
Yuji. Also, Eke. Eke.
Kerjos. Eke.
I'm just getting killed over here. I'm losing all my houses.
Burek. Shlos.
Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Mashos. Yuji. Osto. Eke.
Skopos. Burek. Yuji. Burek. Mak. Skop. Yuji. Ekporofras. Shlos. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Yuji.
Ma. Bolu.
Burek. Burek. Mak. Eshlos. Osmak.
Kerjos.
Burek. Mak. Ekporofras. Yuji. Shlos. Yuji. Mak. Skop. Shlos. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Kerjos.
Eshlo. Eke.
Burek. Eshlos. Yuji. Shlos. Yuji. Yuji. Eke. Kopos. Mak. Eshlos. Yuji. Burek. Eshlos. Eke. Eke. Kerjos. Bukan. Eke. Eshlos. Mak. Yuji.
Ekporofras.
Skop.
Gilis Moke.
Yuji. Eke.
Well, I guess I'm dead. Is what it is. Just getting bullied.
Eke.
Burek. Mak. Diat.
Eke. Yuji. Eke.
Yuji. Burek. Yuji.
I'm Unless the Miku decides to go for someone else here, but
Skopos. Yuji. Eke. Bure.
pretty rare.
Also, ma.
I don't have an answer to the Kraken either. All my food's gonna die.
Eke. Eke.
Skopos. Ma. Bure. Use ma. Use ma. Use Bure. Eshlo. Most into. Bure. Eke. Skopos. Eke. Yuji. Eke. Petros. Eke.
Πρόσταγμα, λέγε.
Ma. Eshlo. Bure. Yuji.
Osto. Bure.
Eke. Bure. Eke. Yuji. Eke.
Yuji. Eke. Eke. Herjos. Eke. Yuji. Eke. Eke. Skopos. Eke. Yuji. Eke. Herjos. Yuji. Eke.
Bure. Eke. Eke.
That'll do for fish. I don't think I need any more.
Bure.
Finish this building off here.
Ma.
Keep losing oracles all over the place.
Bure. Yuji. Bure.
Okay, we're getting close. I am about to be fighting against the bloody Titan now, though.
Bure. Eshlo. Ma. Yuji. Ma. Opos. Yuji. Eshlo. Ma. Yuji. Bure. Opos. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Eshlo. Ma. Yuji. Eshlo. Ma. Yuji.
Is he coming for me with the Titan, or is he just going to sit there?
Ma. Eshlo. Bure. Yuji.
Yuji. Herjos. Skopos. Osto. Herjos. Eke.
Bure. Ma. Eshlo. Ma. Yuji. Eshlo. Ma. Yuji. Eshma.
I just don't have favor
Έτοιμος. Καλό.
at all. Why do I have so little favor?
Skopos, Herjos, Mak, Esh, Yuji, Burek, Yuji, Herjos, Skopos, Herjos, Burek, Yuji. Esh, Yuji. Burek, Mak, Esh, lost. Mak,
Yuji. Bumak. Mos intem.
Burek, Eked.
Herjos. Eke. Eke.
Esh, Yuji. Mak, Yuji, Esh, lost.
Skop. Eshlos. Eshlost.
Kilus Mokay. Yuji. E poro brat. Yuji. Mak.
Volley.
Burek. Opos. Burek. Yuji. Opos. Burek. Yuji.
Well,
Bure. Herjos. Mos intem. Skopos. Eke. Yuji. Burek. Esh skopos.
Opos. Yuji. Eshlo. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Eshlo. Mak. Mak. Kilus Mokay. Opos. Yuji. Opos. Burek. E poro. Opos. Mak. Yuji. Eshlo. Yuji. Mak. Eshlo. Opos. Mak. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Kilus Mokay. Opos. Yuji. Kilus Mokay. Opos. Eke.
Herjos. Yuji. Mos intem.
ugh. What am I doing?
Bure. Eket.
Yuji, Eshma. Topos. Burek. Yuji, Eviluji.
Shma.
Osma.
Skopos. Osto.
Eshlos. Eporofra. Yuji, Burek. Yuji.
Kerjos. Burek.
Okay, one dead titan. We got through it. Let's go. What's happening over here?
Osto. Eket. Eket.
Yuji. Yuji. Eshlo. Dia. Burek.
Yuji. Mos intem.
Ma. Yuji. Eshlo. Dilis Moke. Eporofra.
Kerjos. Mosto. Eket. Eket. Burek. Eket.
Kerjos. Bukat. Ma. Eporofra. Skobos. Ma. Eket.
Kerjos. Yuji. Mos intem. Yuji. Eket.
Burek. Yuji. Eket. Burek.
I feel like he might be getting attacked by someone else. At this point, it's probably between Miku Nakano.
Also, Ma.
I tell you what I do need. Just a butt ton of these. If I get a butt ton of those, we're good to go.
Buka.
Doesn't matter when I get them, but I'm gonna have to deal with.
Yuji. Eshlost. Ma.
I'll take
Os
that.
mos intem. Yuma. Eshlost.
I'm gonna have to deal with like Hatairoi at some point, so I need to make sure I have the transition into that. What's happening over here?
Bu. Mosto. Yuji. Volleyat. Kerjo. Eket. Skopos. Ma. Eshlost. Eket. Bur. Eket.
Skopos. Burek.
Okay.
Eket. Bu. Eket. Yuji. Eket.
Kerjos. Mos Eket. Buka.
Skopos.
Yuji. Eket.
Yuji. Osto. Eket.
Skopos. Eket.
Burek. Eket.
Burek. Kerjos. Yuji. Diat.
Kerjos. Eshlost. Eket.
No.
Yuji.
I have this feeling he has the entirety of the map right now. I'm gonna pick a fight with him.
Yuji. Also, Ma Eket. Yuji. Eket. Schloss. Yuji. Ma. Burek. Eporofras. Yuji. Ma. Yuji. Schloss.
Burek. Yuji. Eket. Mos intem.
Skopos. Bure. Mak. Yuji.
Skopos.
Bure. Yuji. Mak. Skop. Yuji. Mak. Shlo. Yuji. Mak. Mak. Yuji.
Herr Joes. Mak. Okay. Herr Joes. Schwest.
Burek. Herr Yuji. Schwest. Most intim. Burek. Ich mag. Yuji. Yuji. Skopos. Ich lo. Yuji. Mak.
Yuji.
Also. Okay. Ich lo. Burek. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Burek. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Yuji. Mak. Yuji. Skopos. Ich lo. Yuji. Burek. Ich lo. Skopos. Mak.
Skopo. Yuji. Okay. Herr. Okay. Bur. Okay. Schwest.
These units are legit broken. I don't know why there's units with massive. I don't know. Like, first and foremost, I don't know why there's units with auto attack, AOE auto attack. But then massive unit with AOE auto attack. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening here? It makes no sense. I mean, he's got more shit than me by a metric shit ton, but still. Okay, we got through it.
Herr Joes. Yuji. Mos in Schwest. Skopos. Okay. Okay.
Yuji. Okay. Mobilis okay. Herr Joseph. Okay. Look. Mobilis okay.
Come on, Titan. Please. I think Miku's just got a billion pop. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get through the million pop, but is that open?
Herr Joes. Okay. Dion. Bure. Herr Joes. Yuji. Skopos. Shenong. Okay.
Yuji, Ishmak.
Ah, shit.
Herr Joes.
TN is dead.
Ostma. Aked.
Yuji. Yuji. Schloss. Yuji. Ma Schloss. Ma Yuji. Ma Yuji. Ma Yuji. Schloss.
Skopo. Yuji. Mos Inter Joes. Bureg. Schmack. Mos Intem.
What am I meant to do here?
Yuji. Mark.
Alright, let's see if we can't sneak in with some destroyers and cause some problems inside of the big fat Poseidon player's base.
Mark. Yuji. Schloss.
Yuji. Eschlost. Osto. Aked.
Skopo. Yuji. Mark. Schloss. Yuji. Schloss.
I'll kill this one.
Mark. Schloss. Dilis Muke. Poro Fras. Yuji. Herr Joes also Mark. Yuji. Mark. Schloss. Skopos. Yuji. Poro Fras. Yuji.
Skopos. Yumak. Bukat. Aked.
Dilis Muke. Schloss. Poro Yuji.
No, my big fat Titan died. I'm getting very tired here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yuji. Dilis Muke.
All my trades dead.
Aked. Herr Joes.
Aked.
Yuji. Aked. Burek. Aked. Herr Joes. Mark. Aked. Skopos. Schloss. Aked. Schloss. Skopos. Poro Fras. Burek. Mark.
Herr Joes.
Ugh.
Yuji. Ost. Mos Intem.
Yuji. Mark. Yuji. Schloss. Yuji.
Yuji. Aked.
Aked. Burek. Mark. Yuji. Burek. Mark. Also. Aked. Mark. Yuji. Schloss.
Ah!
Mark. Yuji.
Can you heal a Titan? Kinda. I don't have the tech though.
Ishma, Yuji. Yuji, Ma. Yuji, Yuji. Topo, Dure. Ma. Yuji. Burek, Yuji. Yuji, Mak, Shvekopos, Burek, Lost. Yuji, Shvekopos. Mos Intum. Burek, Yuji. Topos, Yuji, Ma. Burek. Yuji, Topos,
I don't think I can survive here, guys.
Yuji, Ma. Burek. Ishmak. Yuji, Ishlos. Ma, Yuji. Ma, Ishlos. Herjos,
Aked. Shvet. Burek.
Burek.
Herjos. Aked. Skopos. Mak. Mos Inter.
Topos, Burek. Ma, Yuji. Ma, Yuji. Ishlos. Ma, Yuji. Ishlos. Burek. Ma. Ishlos.
This is why you go Hecate for Lampedes? True.
Aked.
Topos,
Skopos.
Yuji.
Burek. Aked. Herjo. Osto.
I've lost all will to live at this point.
Schlost.
I don't think I wanna continue. I think I wanna resign.
Mos Intem.
What do you guys reckon?
Skopos.
Topos, Eke. Burek, also, Eke.
Hang in there? I don't want to hang in there. I want to resign. Why am I asking you guys? There's no way to get a king snipe here because he just puts walls everywhere. Like, there's even walls in the walls. The only way I could have maybe done it is a transport ship tack. But I have to know where to go. But it's like you see the difference here is I should have just kept pushing through red. If I take his spot, then maybe I have the population to fight this. But you can see the military resource diff. It's just not even close. Maybe Teal can get a king snipe or something. I don't know. Hey, this is Japan. Japan's over here. Mainland China and Japan. Except it was connected. It's before it stopped. I mean, this is ancient. The ancient world map, right? So that makes sense. Surely Japan was connected to China before the Great Migration. Well, this is too much for me. I don't know if I want to watch the slow wall the entirety of the map up like this. I hope you guys enjoyed the free-for-all. I'm not going to reward you with a victor here in the end because I just don't think I care. GG. Well, now I'm dead, guys. I'm absolutely dead. What are we going to do now? I think we're gonna call it there tonight. I know it's Sunday, but I'm pooped. I think I didn't tell you guys, but I worked beforehand, so I basically woke up at like 1-2 p.m. ish, and I left for work at 3:30, and then I got back from work at 11, and I came on to stream. So I'm pooped. I've worked all day, so I'm gonna call it there. Working on Sunday, that's my life, man. Actually, let's watch this game. We'll watch a game and then I'm gonna head off. I'll watch this one. We got Parumito versus old mate Firefox. We'll just hang out. You guys we can chat. Ask me whatever you feel like. Got any questions? You want some coaching? Any hot tips? Man, I am so pooped. Speed up to the in-game time. Hades versus Freyr, but Firefox has to find a way through this match. He's probably going to go Ares here. He was telling me this is impossible, but the game that he sent me to say that it's impossible was very possible for him to win. I think you almost have to go Ares here as Hades if you want to go 2TC. Because they're going to drop a hill fort on your face and you're not going to be able to do much about it. But if you get a couple of Cyclops out, you will be able to push through. Cyclops and Pestilence. Because you can just put everyone on favor and food. I gotta eat something. I'll be right back. So he does go Ares, and he's going for a town center now. He's got a forward gold mine, so susceptible to the forward hill fort. And with Ares, he should be okay. You can just wander over and bash it down. I don't think rushing Watchtower is a good idea.
Hver þar?
I think this game is... This situation, I think, is Hades favored. Because the Freya player is not going town center and playing defensive like this. Alright. I don't want to watch this. I think I'm going to bed. Day's over. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm a bit too tired. I might send you guys over to Blackadder's place for a change. Love you all. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Love you all. Have a fantastic rest of the... That's me. And I'll see you all later.